When the last guru is dead, none will say that Gaia died lonely. None will say that there was no fight. We will bring tooth and claw to the enemies who dwell in Gaia's night. In the last times, watch the last signs. Watch the signs of the night. There we go. Hello, welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night, our Vampire 5th Edition Chronicle. Get all my screens arranged here. There we go. I'm your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me will be Sarah playing Jolene, Eric playing Samuel, and Decca playing Blackjack. We're a couple people short, but they should be back next week. Yeah, no emergencies or anything, just real life getting in the way.
Real life happens. It's fine.
Yeah. So who wants to give the review of last week?
Shit's fucked, found werewolves.
We found a guy that was murdered and left in several pieces. Well, we went to somewhere where a guy was murdered and left in several pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Found bodies under his floorboards. A bird came and snatched an eyeball. We all went, people tried to chase Bird. Bird turned into man. Man ran to forest. People chased him. Turned into bird again. We're like, fuck this, there's werewolves. And left.
Well, the bird began chirping and werewolves began howling, or wolves began howling, so.
Yeah.
Let's see, and I believe the deceased fellow was named Rich. I don't have a last name for him, it's an occupation.
Mummifier.
Well, I was going with serial killer, but whatever. So yes, there were, 7 bodies found on the floorboards?
And then apparently a divot for an 8th.
So yes, something had torn through his back door, tore through him, then tore up his floorboards, apparently took one body and left.
And tore up the shed.
Oh, right. Went into the shed where he had a... well, Jolene would have realized it was an alchemy lab, basically.
She heard rumors.
Where he was keeping, apparently, the innards of the people he had mummified in jars.
As one does.
If you're going to mummify, go all in.
I mean, you never know when you're going to need a spare rope.
So let's see. You were investigating with... You picked up one of the sheriff's deputies. I'm blanking on which one. I think it's the one Samuel's buddies with.
Was it Travis?
No, Travis is the Scourge.
Oh, yeah. He showed up, though, too.
But yes, the Scourge was there. Let's see.
Eddie and a couple of other Thin Bloods were there.
Well, that's weird. I can't find Samuel's buddy's name. Oh, well. I've got it recorded somewhere.
It's Luke.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
Luke Barnes.
But yes, you had called him. He was already in the north side. A lot of the deputies and the Scourge were already kind of patrolling the north side of Huntsville. You met it with Eddie and eventually the deputy and stuff at Stoner Park. From there, you went to the murder scene, which was kind of a house at the end of a little cul-de-sac. Kind of off. Even the whole cul-de-sac's kind of off on its own. And when you got there, the Scourge was already there, along with a couple of Thin Bloods that were already there working the scene with Eddie. So, you did your investigation. Once the howling started, everybody bugged out. I think Blackjack tried to give Jolene a boxing lesson on the side of the road.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like, I need to learn how to punch, and just like stop the truck. Is like, okay, right here.
Like he had been waiting to be asked. And you know how to fight. Finally.
I just happen to have these boxing gloves in the back of the truck.
Why do you have boxing gloves in the back of the truck? Don't ask questions. Put up your dupe.
Why are they so heavy? Lead weights. Let's go.
That's what potence really is. Lead weights in the boxing glove.
Training her like Rock Lee.
So you narrowly avoided the police when she refused to fight you on the side of the street and got back in the car. So it's the next night. Everybody give me rouse checks while you wake up.
Lena would like immediately also probably text Eddie to make sure he's not dead. Like as long as this is going on, she's gonna be like consistently texting and be like, "Everything okay?"
That was almost a frenzy check.
When do you say that? What are you sitting at?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Or the two that failed? I'm not
You.
two. I'm fine.
Well, you're talking about a frenzy check.
Cause I almost clicked the wrong one.
Oh. I got you.
Cause you would have been like, what the hell, frenzy?
If you rolled it though, yeah, you just have to go with it. All right, so Samuel and Jolene get a little hungrier. Blackjack is fine.
Yeah.
It's not quite as satisfying as she remembered.
Oh yeah, because Jolene had quite a hunting expedition last time,
Yep. Messy critical.
and then a messy Jolene.
Fortunately, we now know how to, potentially stop those.
Possibly.
Yep.
And I certainly don't mind if you want to burn through willpower.
Nothing bad will happen from that at all.
No. Well, actually, it's a type of damage in this version, but anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Sun goes down, y'all get up. Is anybody hungry enough that they wish to hunt?
Well, I'm probably gonna have to go to work. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna hunt. Because I'm at 3 hunger right now.
Oh, that's fine. What could go wrong with
Oh.
an emergency room doctor at 3 hunger?
Not anything good.
The storyteller's like said it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
No, see, I'm
You
looking
sit
no,
up
no.
on a throne of lies.
I am looking at the provocation chart right now. Sight of an open wound or overpowering smell of blood. Wild hunger at 4 higher. At a 3, you'd be fine.
I was gonna say 3 of us are DMs. We all know how. At least 3 of us are DMs. We know how this works.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm going hunting.
Okay. I will be going to forest to hunt. Still not cracking open a cow unless I have to.
What, do you just like tear the head off?
No, he picks him up, taps him gently, snaps him in half.
Good grief.
It's just like a faucet.
A tap on the side of him. Creepy man.
Ay.
Julian's also probably got work.
Mm.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, my new GM screen doesn't have the actual hunting chart on it. It's got the temperament chart and all the other stuff. Oh wait, no, there it is. Hunting ground. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll start off with Samuel, I guess. How are you going about your hunt?
Well, the usual. He's gonna find somebody who's asleep.
In the hospital itself?
Yeah,
Cracking open a sleepy one.
basically.
All right. Do you remember what your role is?
is. Let me go to. There we go. Dexterity and medicine is what I have it set at.
Okay. That's right, because you tend to drug your. Make sure they stay asleep.
Sandman hunting.
Not creepy at all.
Not human at all.
But you were human. You're just kind of human plus.
Nah.
You take your human. You had a little bit of God's wrath, and yeah.
He's the closest to Strahd out of all of us.
Good grief. Any modifiers to this? No, I do get +1 for my specialty. I remember that.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
My
Three
eyes light up
successes.
every time I see the green. Cause the
Yeah,
green
I
is
know.
relative.
That's 3 successes, which I think is the threshold for what you set it at.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to slake 2 hunger.
Okay. Which is, I believe, as much as you can feed on a human without damaging them in any way.
But without causing any damage, yeah. Then, lick the wound and all that.
In
You
theory,
take out your handkerchief and Dad make sure everything's cleaned up.
in theory, if I have a big dice pool and I roll all 10s, would it still be a messy critical?
Yes.
Like everything's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
If one
waste of
hunger
luck.
die is a 10, if you roll a 10 anywhere else, it's a messy critical.
Eh.
All right, and Blackjack was going deer hunting.
Mhm.
I believe I'd also set that one at 3.
I'm at 2.
No, the difficulty. It was
The
either
difficulty.
3
Oh, yeah,
or 4.
yeah.
I
You
think
said
for
it at-
deer it was
You
4.
set it at. I don't remember what I rolled yesterday, but I remember I was 1 off when we did it.
You're right, it may be 4 then.
I think for a deer it was 4.
Give me a roll.
With survival.
Yes.
Do I add? No, because I'm not rolling animal ken. Damn it. That's true. Okay, fair enough. Because this isn't a domesticated animal.
Well, not a deer. Deer would be
You should
domesticated.
go to a
That's
petting
true.
zoo.
I
So-
like to imagine Blackjack's a little nervous now that he's heard like the howls out in the woods. So he's like trying, but he like thinks he hears one and he's like fuck, and then whatever he was like stalking just. Like all right.
So he goes home hungry.
Well, it's always a little hungry.
Of course, you've got cows at home.
I do.
And have you tapped your herd this week?
I have once.
Okay.
I have at least one more in me.
It's the 30th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
30th and should be a Wednesday, I think.
I'm checking. Yeah,
Not the
should
day
be
of the
one.
week
It's a
matters,
Wednesday.
but- Okay. Alright. So, in Blackjack's case, a quick hunting trip, and then back to the farm to do
Keep tidying up.
whatever you do on a farm in January.
Work the crops that don't exist yet. But I'm making sure the land is nice and ready for it when.
And you
when
got the
it's
animals to take
season.
care of at the very least.
Yeah.
Then you can sit down and watch your stories.
The
DVR.
the kind soap operas have changed since the 70s.
Well, most of them are off the air now.
Yeah. I Love Lucy.
It was not a soap opera, but okay. Samuel just goes
Sitcom,
to work.
whatever.
Goes to work a little early and gets his nip in before he starts his shift.
Yep.
While you're there,
Mm-hmm.
the police bring in somebody who he's a little banged up. They have you look over him. Scrapes, cuts, quite a few of them. They say he ran through a plate glass window.
Ooh.
And when he first gets there, he still seems to be just really kind of worked up and freaked out. But they can't get anything coherent out of him about what happened. Something has just scared him.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you're done working on him, he's starting to calm down. But still doesn't really seem to be able to tell the police what exactly happened. He saw something, big like a big dog, or he's like, we don't have bears around here, do we? Whatever it was, it scared the crap out of me, and I just had to get away.
Well, it is rare that a bear will come through here, not anywhere close to civilization, usually. Where were you in town that such a large dog came barreling at you?
He names off a gas station, not quite into what you'd consider the north part of Huntsville, but headed in that direction.
Okay.
He'll just that gas station across from the Starbucks that shut down, which I guess would be the north side.
I see.
Definitely further into the city than like where y'all were last night.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember anything else?
No, man. I just remember I had to get out of there, and I don't even remember going through the window. I was on the street and I was running.
I'll look at the officers. Do either of you know Luke Bonds?
One of the guys was like, yeah, I know Luke.
Well, he is an old friend of mine. Perhaps you might want to bring this up to him. He's been complaining about dog problems lately, potentially correlated.
Okay, I'll be sure to do that. The other officer doesn't seem to have a clue who Luke is. The first one's looking at you a little closer.
Yes.
No, it's like he's paying a little closer attention to you. Where before you were just kind of you were just the doc working on this guy.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, they also had you do a blood test to make sure he wasn't owning anything.
Mm-hmm.
Once that comes back clear,
Does it come back clear?
Yes, it does. It sounds like they're going to cut him loose.
All right. Well, to be sure to avoid any large dogs in the future.
No crap, man. No crap. Dogs don't usually bother me. It's sucker was big though.
Yes.
Can't remember what breed he was, but he was big.
Any kind of marks that you noticed?
No, not that I can remember. And it's like the more he's thinking about it, the more he's slowly getting a little worked back up. Not to the degree that it was when he came in, but...
Well, don't worry about it. You mentioned a large dog, and I was curious to see if it was a new breed that had cropped up.
So anyway, eventually the police, take him off. Like I said, they're talking like they're probably going to cut him loose.
Yeah.
Since they can't currently locate the owner of the or not owner, but the employee that was there.
Mm.
Other than the broken window, it was empty when they got there.
Yeah. Samuel, once they leave, he'll send a quick text to Lucas, or to Luke, rather. And he'll say, just had someone come in had a run-in with a bit of a large dog.
You get a text back. Oh, thanks for the heads up. Do you know where this dog was?
He'll say, north end of town, gas station across the street from that shut down Starbucks.
Gotcha. I'll swing by there and take a look.
He'll also send a message. He'll also text that the officers that were there, he sent them Luke's way.
Okay, and you could look down on their name tags, tell them who they were. So
Yeah, and he'll mention the names. Say he sent them there. He sent them Luke's way.
Let's see here. Ah, yes, Luke Barnes. Okay. Now I don't know that Luke has specific ties to the police department.
He is a sheriff.
No, he's one of the vampire sheriff's deputies.
Yeah.
Though, yeah, the sheriff probably would. That probably would be his bailiwick. Glance to remind myself of all these names. Okay. Yeah, he'll pass that info on.
Mm-hmm.
He's already in the north side, so he may swing by and take a look.
Okay. And he'll text back, be careful, bit of a dog problem lately, hate for you to get bit.
Well, Luke was, I believe, the one that went with you the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you got to be careful on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It'll be words like, I know you've been complaining about a dog problem lately, so just be careful and try not to get bit.
I won't get too close to the strays.
Probably for the best.
Let's see, Jolene.
And then he'll just continue on work as normal.
Jolene, you've had a busy day. Your shift probably started before sunset, so for you, that you had to get up early going in. You had you were there for the dinner rush. It's starting to calm down some now. You've got kind of your usual late night workers coming in, either getting off work or coming in before they go to work. Around midnight, which is most of the way through your shift. You're getting off probably at 1 or so. You hear the little bell ding as the door opens. Oh, somebody's in the chat, don't die. Oh, wait, I think I may know who that is.
That trap.
Anyway, so you hear the ding and you look up just in time to see the door shut. But you don't see anybody.
Ain't that just fishy? Calls to one of the other waitresses. That door been acting up again?
No, when people open it, it shuts fine.
I just did that thing where it, dings and ain't no one here.
Oh, maybe
She's
the
looking
wind
around for like anything. Yeah. Is it windy out?
You haven't noticed it being particularly windy.
Yeah, she's just definitely looking around.
So, you keep an eye out, you keep working. You get a couple minutes where there's no customers in. The other waitress there, basically motions, kind of signals you that she's going out back to smoke.
The old
Yeah, and it's pretty common for her. Anytime there's a slowdown, that she'll jump out back, smoke her one or two.
She's gonna put herself kind of near, because that door going off with... She's gonna put herself close enough, like, between, like, where the outback is and the front, where she could hear if something goes squirrely.
Okay. Well, there's the cook in the back, too, so you're not alone. There's just nobody else in the
Yeah.
front.
But with everything going on in ye old shadowy world, she's a little bit on edge.
You're awful big scaredy cat to be a vampire. You are the monster.
She's only been
Well-
at this for like 4 years. Give her a break, man.
You're a
she's
baby
also
monster.
she's also like vampire adjacent.
Yeah.
She's a vampire.
Vampire light.
Diet
Diet.
vampire.
Diet
She's like
vampire.
Diet
a
vampire.
LaCroix of vampire. She's like been adjacent to vampire bullshit.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're talking to the cook, but he steps off to get something out of one of the coolers.
Gonna go back over and kind of fiddle the door, see if it's like loose or anything. Just maybe it's someone that can pull the kind of shit that Alexander does dropping by.
You check the door. You hear a voice behind you. You're kind of jumpy.
Yeah, well, shit's going on. Kind of like glances over her shoulder. Is there anyone behind her?
Yes, he's kind of fading into view as you look over your shoulder. Or I should say she is. Not sure you ever spoken to Scylla, but you have seen her the time or two you've been in, or at least one of the times you've been in Elysium. She is one of the
Scylla
two. She is one of the two gargoyles in the city. The
Yeah,
prince
she
kind of
spoke-
uses her as security.
Yeah, she spoke to the male vampire, or not male vampire, male gargoyle when he dropped off Luke, not the female one.
Okay, so she has spoken to Charybdis.
Yeah.
She holds you out a piece of paper.
Okay. Kind of opens a piece of paper.
It's an
something I should-
invitation. It will let you into the ledges, basically. You and your coterie are being called to to Elysium. The prince wants to talk to you.
Alright. I'm sure.
About what went over yesterday. I don't think you're in trouble. I don't know. I don't care.
Always just assume I'm in trouble. It's safer that way. I'm sure everyone else is getting a note, so thank you.
You're one of the easier ones to find, so you know.
Always in the same spot.
Very
Wait.
human adjacent.
We know where she lives. You know where she works. They know where the doc works. The rest of you, well, okay. Blackjack. I guess really
I
it's
was
just
gonna
Alexander
say,
and Maeve that people don't
yeah.
know where they're at on any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jason, can you check what I sent you?
They're the only ones really good at being vampires.
Let's see. So yeah, vehicle's pulling up as Scylla starts at the door. She's like, ugh. She starts to step back into a corner of the room, starts to fade back out.
It's like she kind of mutters, "I'll make sure to seat him away from there, and then I'll be going outside for something in a second. You're welcome to follow."
Appreciate it.
She'll do that when the gentleman, or whoever, if someone comes in, she'll do
Alright.
that and everything.
All right, Blackjack, what are you doing?
You hear the crunch of his boots before you even see him. He opens. Howdy.
Really?
I mean, you come to my farm every now and again. It's my place to work.
I haven't even been to your farm.
Nobody said anything about the cows.
I have not been to your farm except to. No, actually, I haven't been to your farm since before all that shit with Lee.
All right. Well, what time do you get out?
Looks at the watch. Whenever Happy Smokey gets back in, probably.
Do you wanna?
You're gonna
Doesn't-
need to use
th-
the words.
There's a point to this. I promise. But would you like to visit the farm?
Close enough. There's a gargoyle in the corner.
Don't point at them. That's rude.
You hear a whispered voice. Her. It's her. And I don't need to be here to listen to your will they, won't they BS. Excuse me. And you feel a little, Blackjack, you feel a little nudge, like pushing you out of the way of the
I
door.
use gender-neutral pronouns for a reason.
And the door opens
Assume
and
the
steps
god
out.
with gender.
Absolutely not.
So both of you see the door kind of go, and then slowly shut. So she's gone, or maybe she's gone.
It's open invite. It's up to you.
Speaking of invites, pulls out the invite to Elysium for tomorrow. We are being summoned.
Oh no, it's for later tonight.
Oh, well, we're
That's-
being summoned.
Oh boy. Oh. That really puts a kibosh on what I had planned, but maybe for a little bit before we head out to Elysium. Listen,
Sure.
you wanted this.
Yeah, I just. Yeah.
Alright, I'll be in the truck, just let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
I'll get back out. I will also text the group.
Party.
Late night party, yeah. Late night party? Question mark.
I'm about to say, you could just feel my disapproving gaze just like stare at you, couldn't you? It's like, you
It
better.
burned.
I'm
That's pretty good about it.
Because I'm definitely not keeping up with the strikes of how many times y'all mess up on that.
Oh, I know you are. It's you.
Look of what the hell. But yeah, I will text the group and I'll say late night party? Question mark.
I'm at work.
Wasn't a request.
You will party.
Party rock.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I text wasn't a request.
Where's the Elysium being held at, does it say?
Well, the invite will let you into the ledges, which is the the little gated community on top of the hill or top of the mountain.
Okay, so just back where.
And the Elysium
back
that
there?
the Elysium that's up there is the country club.
Yeah.
That's the one Samuel frequents the most.
Right. But you live up there. The Prince and Lady Deshler keep a spot up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's probably not their only haven, but it's the one people know they can go and leave messages at and stuff.
But yeah, Blackjack would just after texting wasn't a request. We'll just kind of hang out and wait till Jillian gets off.
Her smoking buddy eventually comes back. He's like, "Oh,
No.
yeah, she's saying this is the second time he's been here in a week. Are you not feeding him this time?"
She's like running that through 5 different filters. Like, no,
No.
No.
no,
9.
no, no, no.
Negative. Niet.
So are you staying inside the restaurant, or are you going out waiting in the truck?
9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Sorry.
Blackjack, are you staying inside, or are you?
Oh,
going
sorry.
to wait in the
I
out the
didn't.
truck?
I thought you were talking to her. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just waiting outside. I said that as I was texting Samuel. I was in the truck.
Oh,
There's just stuff been. You know, walking home at night's dangerous, and yeah,
that's true. You should really get your car.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna cut out then. You good? I mean,
She's like, yeah, it's about dead. Yeah, go ahead. You ain't got much. You didn't have much longer anyway.
a little salute. Give me a call if y'all need me to come in any, on my days off or anything.
She waves as you walk out. Blackjack, you see the older lady inside wave at you. Big
I
smile
wave
on her
back.
face.
Jolene is shaking her head the whole time.
As Jolene gets in the car, Blackjack's like, we really should get you a car.
I'm aware of this.
Starts driving to the farm.
Or a motorcycle.
Okay.
That'd be cheap.
Well, that's not that far from where I am, right?
Wash my damn uniform. Have
Yeah,
them
yeah.
change before Elysium. It's up in the ledge, just so you know it's some snooty people.
Yeah.
But this
I
is
know.
not a big
is
get
not-
together to do.
This is not a formal affair.
Now it is the
I'm not
country
going
club
smelling
period.
like waffles.
Don't smell like waffles, but you don't have to.
How many vampires even remember what waffles smelled like?
Not sure on that, but her little bit of pride is like, I ain't going smelling like work.
My 8 humanity says yes.
Well, you ate waffles just last time, so you know.
Yeah, that's true too. We get to the barn. I will get nearly fixed up. Like I'll get everything like folded and ready to dress, and then I'll be like, "Come on back here."
Everything's
And
laid out on the bed that you never sleep on.
Yeah, everything's laid out too. Yeah, and I'll take her back to the
The
back
whole
where
time she's
like
like rubbing the bridge of her nose, like, I swear to God.
He's gonna black your eye right before Elysium.
you brought this up.
Just because I brought it up doesn't mean I want to necessarily work on it after I've worked for 8 hours and then have to go deal with all the snooty vampires.
Well, consider this yo venting session. He puts his hands up. Now tell me, why do you fight?
Don't.
Come on. Gonna
Don't
punch shitty
patronize me.
customer.
I get that all the goddamn time.
I'm not patronizing you. I'm asking you, why do you fight?
As an answer, just punches.
Is it your shitty customers? Is it your shitty superiors? Is it Samuel? Is it me?
Doesn't answer.
Is it the prince?
Stops. Eye roll. Continues.
Just keeps at this for like, and it doesn't hurt because I have fortitude. Is it
She's learned
Maeve?
That was gonna
Learn
that was
codes.
gonna be my question. Is she punching your hands like she's supposed to,
Yeah,
or is she going for the face?
I
Once
don't
or
know.
twice, she might try and go for the face if he's like, keeps asking this
I'm not
bullshit.
resisting. It's just gonna. It ain't doing nothing to me. I ain't worried about it.
And now I just have to roll like one to see if it like actually connects and does any damage.
Sure.
It probably doesn't, but no, it absolutely doesn't.
Every once in a while, it just dings me in the face. I'm like, ha, call that a hit. Now I'm patronizing you.
If I was less of a lady, I would be trying to knee you in the groin.
Better women than you did that at Woodstock.
probably deserved it.
Probably. I was a piece of shit back then.
But death has really brought out the best in you.
My immediate thought process was back then.
Alright, so y'all are sitting there having a...
you-
Oh, go ahead.
Do you feel sufficiently better? You feel like you got that out of your system?
I'm not entirely sure.
I'd offer to go a little longer, but, you know, duty calls and all that.
Yeah. Have to go see the prince.
Just remember, the other half of throwing a punch is taking a punch.
I've
You
done that plenty my whole life, so.
and me both.
And just like starts like walking off.
You need a ride back to your wherever you live.
Trying to figure out how far from the farm her house would be.
Well, let's see. If the farm...
Is it enough that she would have time to walk there, get changed, get a shower, and make it to? You know what? You got 15 minutes. Just drop me off. Let me walk. You show me yours. I'll show you mine. Should we, like, give him the address to where her house actually is? Like, just wait outside 15
Ooh.
minutes.
Man, if
Let
your,
me-
if your
Not
coworker
like
heard
that.
that...
Not like that. Not ever like that.
I'll have to come up with that coworker's name. She's going to be popping up more often.
The nosy old lady coworker.
Jolene's like third mom.
The nice old
We-
lady coworker.
We all had one
Oh yeah.
at least. So Blackjack dresses up real quick. He'll very quickly dress up himself, and then he'll go and take her to her house. Apparently,
Like, wait outside. I'm going inside. Give me 15 minutes. I'm getting changed. I'll be back.
of course. Take your time.
Alright, so Blackjack now knows where she lives.
The storyteller has made a note of that.
Yeah. In her head, it makes sense because she's like, I'm gonna have to walk all the way over there and then call someone probably to get a ride up to the ledges.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and that gargoyle hiding in the back of the truck.
Now, I would have felt the truck going like this.
She left before you did.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm
You
saying
gotta remember to check your
if
truck
it's like if-
for gargoyles.
if it's a 2-ton gargoyle, I'm pretty sure I feel it.
I don't
Like,
think
the
gargoyles
truck
are
was-
that heavy, but they're probably heavy enough you'd have felt the difference in the
Yeah,
how it handled.
You're like rocking back and forth across the back.
the back of my truck starts scratching.
No, Xander's in the back, except a lot heavier.
It's the weight of the team I'm carrying. And then yeah, I'll text Samuel. Head to the ledges for something.
For the party, you've already mentioned the party.
Yeah, right, party.
And the invitation's
Party's
got a
in Europe.
time that you're supposed to show up, so.
Yeah.
Samuel, assuming you let Samuel know,
Yeah,
Uh,
I'd text him.
you'll have to be sure to get out to work on time. And it'd be kind of a rush getting over there, but you can make it by the time that you got listed.
I would have given him time too. Whatever time
Yep.
it might have been.
I mean, he'll pretty much be there in like his official like work outfit, basically.
Wearing his scrubs.
Sans the coat.
Does your work outfit have cape?
No, work outfit does not have cape.
It's a shame.
Well, I'm sure the doctors have like locker rooms. I'm sure he could,
Yeah,
scrub
know.
off, regular clothes on.
he does have. Yeah, no, he doesn't show up to work in the cape.
That's just for home and Elysium.
Basically,
walking around his sanctuary, just the cape.
Just the cape.
Yeah.
He got a mirrored room just for wearing the cape.
It is thundering, so if I disappear, you know why.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
you
little
finally got
windy
the storm that was
outside.
down here.
We've had really high chance of rain around here the last couple of days, but I don't think it's gotten my house.
Hmm.
I can send you some.
Please don't. I've had enough.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be mowing
Yeah,
yard
he'll-
with Dad tomorrow, so hopefully it won't rain.
He'll make it.
Okay. You, of course, don't need an invitation to get into the ledges. You live there.
Yep.
Blackjack and Jolene pull up in his beat-up truck.
Suckers.
Which, truthfully, you've been in there enough now that the guys that work the gate at night are almost getting used to you.
Howdy.
Hello, sir. You got the, invite in
Yeah,
hand.
just like this.
He gives it a look, hands it back to you.
Appreciate you.
But have a nice evening, sir.
And you too.
Little arm goes up. At least I think they've got the little arm. I haven't been by there in a long time.
One of those.
I think it's an entire gate, actually.
It may be.
Oh, so it goes this way instead of up.
Yeah, I think it's
You're
an
probably
entire
right, you're
gate that.
It's across from the target, so I've seen it plenty of times.
Yeah.
I never knew what was up there until I started researching for the game.
Hmm.
Why are we driving around aimlessly? Research.
Yep.
You just take a cross.
If all this hadn't been going on, there's a lot of places that's a lot of driven by to take a closer look at. I really want to drive by the Chantry and see what it looks like from the outside.
Hmm.
Google Street View.
I have, but there's a 15-foot privacy fence.
Yep.
I'm making a drone.
But say I've looked at it too.
which makes it all the more reason to show up with the camera. Okay, bye.
Camera on a pole.
The Dead Children's Playground is another thing I would like to have gone by.
Yep. There's actually an area down here where I live. It's that they were starting to clear out for a parking lot. They realized there's an old Native American burial ground there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
The DM has made a note of that for future.
Oh no, I
desecration.
I said that on purpose.
For future desecration purposes. Oh, look, it's a cat.
Either that or wraiths and spirits and stuff.
I can't believe Sarah has become a cat.
Yeah.
Well, necromancy's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
I think the next book coming out for the game is supposed to have all the
Uh-huh.
what all the Giovanni and Harbingers of the Skull and Cappadocians
Yeah,
have
it's
become,
Blood and Cult or something like that.
or Cult of the Blood Gods or some such.
Cult of the Blood Gods, yeah.
Kind of looking forward to that one. I won't lie.
Don't kill off Blackjack. The next person's gonna be a dick.
So, what's the difference?
Blackjack's not a dick.
Blackjack's dead. Please meet Big Richard. Big Richard Johnson.
No,
Uh-huh.
none of that. I'd have a different character.
All right, we're beating around or getting off the topic. Anyway,
Yeah, a little bit.
so Blackjack, when you and Jolene get there, do you wait outside for Samuel, or do y'all just go on in?
I'd actually probably wait. Like, it's like relatively close to where Samuel lives, right?
Yeah.
Probably wait for see if Samuel goes to like his house first.
Nope.
Didn't think so. I see him drive further in. I was like, oh, okay. And then drive behind him.
He won't be dressed fancy coming from work, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're better dressed than Samuel.
No.
No.
Doubtful.
No,
You're
we're,
not.
we're better dressed than Samuel this one time.
No, probably not.
Nah.
So the three of you approach the door.
Mhm.
There's one of the usual ghouls, manning the door.
Morning.
Evening, sir. Sir, ma'am. The ghouls don't usually give you the kind of guff that the full-blooded kindred do.
She likes schools.
Some of the now some of the ones that work for like maybe a particular primogen member, the ones that work for somebody important enough that they get airs about themselves, maybe a little bit.
Is this Dustin?
Is it Dustin?
Dustin,
Oh yeah, Dustin was
a
when
ghoul
you
of Clan Toreador that mans the country club and the ledges.
Yeah.
He has like everyone's name.
So I write this shit down. Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Wait,
say it's
then
Dustin that.
And he might be Blanchette's school. Because she's Toreador.
I'm betting he'd give you more guff if he was hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Uh,
Dustin. It's good to see you.
oh, thank you, sir. Or the doctor. It's good to see you as well. The prince is already waiting for you.
Of course.
Excuse me.
Onwards.
All right, so you're shown in.
Mm-hmm.
And where this is the Elysium that the keeper stays at pretty regular, you don't actually see her this go around.
Oh, we do not see Marcy. All right.
Marcy, thank you. I was blanking on her name.
You're welcome. That's what my codex is for.
I've got names listed, but I got them listed in like 2 different spots. Which is, better than usual when he would be somewhere in my notepad.
Yeah.
Staska.
Staska.
Alright, Staska I can remember, but
we need
Everyone remembers Staska.
we need Staska somewhere.
Absolutely not.
yeah, I don't think there are any lizard people in
There are.
Vampire. Yeah, you get over to werewolf. Anyway,
That one rattled the house. Jeez.
so you're, he lets you in. You walk in. There's people serving drinks. There's a few people standing around. This is one of the Elysiums that there's almost always somebody here at night. We're like the club y'all have met at a couple times, or I should say the bar.
Yep.
There's some nights you'll go there and you'll be the only one there. I mean,
Yeah.
it is not really one of the spots that really hops,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the middle of the week like this. But there's always somebody needing to hobnob.
Oh, something I forgot to ask you. When Samuel was feeding, any rolls on the blood?
Oh, I did not. And I'll be honest, I'll probably never think about that if one of y'all don't mention it to me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll probably be him thinking
Shit.
about this.
Well, XP and bonus skills.
Yep.
All right. Random temperament.
Most of us are like, this rat and or deer is delicious.
Because you were hunting, but you were not using your herd, so you have no say on.
Yeah, it's not phlegmatic.
Let's see.
That sounds like some kitchen tool. It's the Phlegmatic!
It really does.
Part of me sitting here going, was it sanguine because they were having a naughty dream?
Okay, it's a 10, so it is acute.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. 10, intense, potentially acute. I gotta roll again to see if it's actually acute.
Yeah. It is at least intense.
It is at least intense, though, so.
Yeah.
It is acute.
Oh,
We're just all gonna be looking over like, the fuck is up with Samuel?
Samuel's
Yep.
like high on
No,
blood.
that's
I know,
that
yeah, I was
is.
having an outing dream. Samuel just looks very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Random resonance.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I get a Desecrata, though.
Let's see. Roll a 1, so that is
You haven't pulled the
Phlegmatic.
PDF? Phlegmatic?
Um,
Okay.
have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right or not.
Interesting.
Dramatic.
And let's see. Water, intuition, primary. Lazy, apathetic, calm, controlling, sentimental. But my little list here does not say what that does for. Oh wait, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. You can bump. You can get a bonus dice to your all specs or your dominate.
Yep.
I assume you have to pick one. All right, so make a note of that for the rest of the night, or until the next time you until you burn through the blood, or the next time you have to feed.
Yeah. And I can spend the Desecrata to give me an extra bonus experience. Too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the things in there.
Neat.
Or however much experience you want to give for it, as it being an acute Desecrata.
Oh, we'll probably go with one because XP is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So anyway, you walk in. One of the servants or servers, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
He approaches you. Hello, doctor. I believe
Hello?
the prince said he was expecting you tonight.
That's what I was told, yes.
Please come this way, then. Can I get you a drink?
For right now, I should be fine. Thank you.
Ah, very good, sir. And you two?
I'm good.
Sure, I'll have a drink. What do you got?
Blood?
That'll work.
No, he actually gives you a small list of, like, flavors, basically.
Yeah.
Because it takes some work, but some people have managed to come up with ways to kind of flavor it or lace it with stuff.
You got when in Rome, I suppose. Let's get a wine flavored.
Jolene, do you request anything?
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Very good. He goes off. By the time you are being ushered into the room with the prince, he has come back and Blackjack giving you your drink.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading it. The effects of Desecrata usually last until the kindred feeds again or reaches hunger 5. Also, because of that, since he got a Desecrata from that man, he is or man or woman, whoever it was. Because I'm needing to write this down because that is something that Samuel will
It was a
keep
woman.
track of.
It was an older
Okay.
woman.
Older woman. Got a name? Sorry, it's just if it's someone who he got a Desecrata from, he is keeping track of it because that could be something that he could.
Well, she's not going to be
tap.
acute necessarily every time, though. But
Yeah, but it's
Mary Halloran, Halloran.
Mary H-A. What was the last one?
Halloran.
O-R-N. Mary Halloran. Cute. Dramatic. Discrata. Dyscrasia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's someone he's going to be keeping track of, and that woman's family.
The doctor starts stalking a patient.
Meal stalker.
I mean, that is his, choice of food. So, of course, he is going to be following that.
It's like a fine wine. You want it properly aged.
That too.
Oh, yes, you were being ushered in to see the prince.
Yeah.
As you're ushered in, it's not just the prince that's there. The prince is there. His wife, Lady Deschler, is there, as well as the sheriff.
Okay.
Let's see. What was the sheriff's name? Oh, yes, Abram. Abram Jonas of Clan Bruja.
Mm-hmm.
Blackjack, Abram gives you a little nod as you walk in.
Howdy.
The prince doesn't kind of dispenses the formalities. He tells you have a seat. We were not able to get messages to your other two coterie mates, but this is kind of a last minute decision to speak with you. So we've gotten most of you. That's good enough. Because you guys use tech and phones and stuff probably more than you're supposed to. And especially the older kindred running the city are especially hesitant to use any phones or anything now.
Yeah.
Honestly, right place, right time, I suppose.
But Samuel has to because job.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
yeah.
It's not that the Ventru don't have cell phones for their businesses,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as handling kindred business.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Blackjack's like, right place. I was in the right place at the right time.
You did a good job handling the situation that you ran into last night. We had some ghouls and such go in and finish cleaning the place up this morning, or up during the day. What do you know about thin blood alchemy? He kind of addresses this more towards Jolene and Samuel.
It's out of my pay grade.
Well, what little I've been able to glean over the years, it is the process of combining the blood of the, for lack of a better term, caster, with certain reagents to produce varied effects based on what chemicals they imbibe, but I believe Jolene would be able to answer better than I.
I mean, I don't know how to do any of it. Not something I wasn't good at chemistry in high school. I don't think I'd be good at it, but from what I've picked up from other folks, it's anything from distilling it in yourself, or distilling it in someone else, or distilling it in a jar. Certain types of blood from certain types of people, and everything from, plants, natural stuff, to steel wool, or, sour apple vape juice, or something like that. It's magic in a sense. It can do certain things. I've heard of it doing everything from making a fog cloud to changing someone from a man to a woman.
When you talk about steel wool and stuff, the prince is kind of giving you a look. But you see Lady Deschler kind of nod her head. So it's a sort of sympathy, and she speaks up. So it's almost a sort of sympathetic magic.
Yes,
Some of
ma'am.
the ingredients, it's not like necessarily in chemistry where there's a reasoning a reason that they interact in a certain way. It's more to do with the caster.
And the caster's blood. I've heard rumors that no two people that perform it cast the same way, but I don't know how true that is.
The sheriff has not looked happy while you've been giving your explanation. But the prince is like, so there's no way for us to know exactly what he was trying to do with those bodies.
Not unless he kept notes, I would imagine. No, ma'am. No, sir.
I've had people going through all the papers they found, and nothing has come to light so far. Though a lot of what was in the lab or in his shed had been destroyed or tossed in the floor when all the jars were smashed up. So a lot of that's not salvageable.
I'd imagine, much like folks that perform magic keep stuff close to the chest, he would keep it close to the chest too. Even my associate Eddie said that even amongst thin bloods, he kept even more to himself.
Man, if he was killing and storing kind bodies, that makes sense. When you mentioned, a lot of the magic types or caster types keeping things close to their chest, you see Lady Deschler give Samuel a very pointed look.
He just sort of gives her a small grin and, well, you never know.
It's one of the few things special about thin blood, so imagine those that try to figure that out, they aren't going to go out advertising it.
The sheriff kind of nods his head. That explains the early rumors when the thin, when your kind first started becoming truly numerous. There were all sorts of rumors going around about things you could do, claims that your people could produce new disciplines, kind of spontaneously. But I suppose it was just this alchemy.
We don't get blessed with clan gifts of magic or anything like that. We're what we make ourselves.
There is a certain strength to versatility.
Could be dangerous too. Sheriff turns. My prince, I think we need to may need to keep a closer eye on the on thin bloods than we had been.
I think probably your greater threat is the werewolves.
He looks mildly annoyed that you interrupt, but then he's kind of like, granted, that is, in the short term, it is certainly our priority. I'm thinking longer term.
Was this the sheriff who was speaking?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say, because there's no way in hell he's interrupted the prince. I just wanted to make sure it was the sheriff. Samuel just sort of leaned back a bit, sort of fingers steepled in the chair as he just... Well, perhaps some might and some don't. Same could be said about many kindred, too.
The prince speaks, perhaps a slightly closer eye, but it's not as though this alchemy is any... It's certainly not as powerful as the blood sorcery our friend here uses. And I would guess likely not quite as versatile.
It's pretty limited, from what I understand. It takes a while to brew and everything.
Still, we need more information. Jolene, you're well thought of amongst the Thin Bloods. You hear the sheriff and the clanless, apparently. Do some research for me. Ask around, find out what you can. I'm not asking you to take names, but try to give me a little information on what the nature and limitation of this ability is, and if any of the more practiced of your folks, if they might have any ideal of what he was trying to do.
I can ask around, but with all due respect, Prince, while I am respected and such, they also realize that what they tell me may follow back to them. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to get anything. I'll ask as you request, but
I have
I'm not
confidence in
promising.
your abilities.
I thank you for that.
Lady Deschler kind of arcs her eyebrow at that.
I also have confidence in her abilities. Like I just like it's like eating him up inside that he hasn't said anything in the last 20 minutes.
I want to talk. I got things to say.
Like you just hear like this, like drinking the blood wine with a straw, just like the straw noise.
In addition to that, though, what do you make of the other events of last night? Not just the victim's alchemy, but the encounter you had behind his house.
Are you referencing the stranger with that apparently morphed and then, morphed again? The shape changer?
Yes.
I mean, every kindred who's come through unannounced has been nothing but bad news. Every single one of them so far, it's been pretty consistent, actually.
Would you recognize this person if you saw them again?
We did get a pretty decent look at their face before he
Well, I know
shifted
this.
and bolted.
Remember, because she was holding the bird and it goes whoop to a person, and as soon as
Yeah,
he hit
and-
the ground, he spun around and
and
was taken off. So
Yeah, and Samuel had a direct look
That's
at him
true.
because he would have had to in order
that's
to
right, because you were looking
dominate.
at the bird and going.
I mean, Samuel has an eidetic memory, so probably.
If you see him again, notify the sheriff or one of the deputies immediately.
Can't
Right.
his ass.
If this
I
is
do have contacts.
if this is a rogue kindred, we'll need to find out what he is here for.
He'll
Stop.
pause. Samuel will pause and look at the sheriff. It's like, did your men report if the tongue was missing from the victim as well?
He stops for a moment. No, I don't believe the tongue was missing.
Interesting.
The head was
The-
removed from the body, but it wasn't. Other than
Yes.
that, it wasn't particularly mangled.
Well, there is one ritual that relies upon consumption of an eye and the tongue of a victim.
Hmm.
It allows them to, well, suffice it to say, anything that that man saw or knew, the imbiber, would know as well.
Hmm.
If
Would
the
it-
tongue was missing, considering the crow, from what Maeve told us, ate the eye that it stole. If the tongue was also missing, then it is possible that they know a bit of blood magic.
Hmm. The sheriff goes, "Oh, did we just lose?"
No, sorry. My
Oh.
camera decided to go, hey, I'm gonna be weird.
Great, now I've got you mislabeled.
I'm sorry.
It's all your fault. Anyway, the sheriff goes, the tongue certainly wasn't missing. I will have my people, we haven't destroyed the body yet. I'll have my people check and make sure that it's still, whole. That it didn't
Right.
perhaps take a piece of it. And as you started describing the ritual, you saw Nora Deschler kind of lean forward, really paying attention.
Yeah. As she noticed that if the prince looks at the sheriff while he's talking at any point, does he?
Do it now.
Does the prince look at the sheriff at any point while he's saying what he was gonna do?
Oh yeah. The prince glances over at him.
Yeah. If with Nora leaning forward, Samuel will just give a.
She seems intrigued.
Granted, that ritual as a player is you have to have 3 ranks of blood sorcery to do it. So it's a bit of a climb.
Now that does bring up the prince's next question to you, though. Can anyone in your chantry cast this? I know. With your numbers decimated a few years back, that you have many neonates.
I believe traditionally that is a ritual known to the Banu Hakim more than the Tremere. My sire is well versed in many different forms of blood sorcery, regardless of what clan it's from. Lord Alejandro has actually asked me to contact him. And there is a chance he might be visiting the city. It depends on how addled he is from the call. He is an elder. But, it is starting to grip him.
He must be of a similar age to Grandmother Dorcas.
Yes.
Oh yes, I'm no doubt your sire is in good standing. We'll welcome into our city as a visitor.
I have no doubt that, given how similar we are, that he will be certain to introduce himself if he visits the city.
I will contact Arif and see if he has heard of this ritual that you speak of.
If he has, would it be presumptuous if I might ask to be present if it is cast?
I will leave that up to him.
Of course, that's understandable.
I would not. I would no more reveal his secrets to you than I would your secrets to him.
Of course. It is. I suppose to any of us, it is of little secret that predominantly my goal in this life is to preserve and gather knowledge.
Yes, Doctor, you have quite the reputation as the intellectual.
Yes, I do try my best to not let the clan divides prevent that.
About this time, Jolene, your phone starts ringing.
She's
Ringing.
probably got it on silent, but
I was gonna say.
yeah, she put
Does
that
she?
shit on silent.
I don't know.
Vibrate.
She was flustered. Blackjack
No,
was
no,
making
she-
her fight.
She would have had it on silent because she would have had it on silent at work.
I don't know. Waffle House people that in the middle of the night.
They really don't care at Waffle House.
Let's go with vibrate.
Vibrate, yeah.
She's still gonna like. Either way, she'd be like glancing at it, like. see
Give
if
me
she
a wits
recognizes
roll. Give me a
her.
wits roll. Just straight wits.
Feeling.
No, excuse me. Not wits. Composure. It'd be more of a composure thing.
Even better.
No dice in composure. Just roll a 0.
Oh no, I got 4 dice in composure. What are you talking about?
Fair.
It didn't do me a damn thing.
I perk up every time I see that green.
Curse you,
I
roll
mean,
20 coding.
You only needed one success. This was not a big deal.
Okay.
So yeah, there's just a slight. bzzz.
Kind of like looks at it like real quick just to make. Because she did tell Eddie, like, if anything goes wrong,
It is from Eddie.
I do apologize, sirs and ma'am. But this is the gentleman that we assisted last night. Like, then blood contact Eddie.
Lady Dish's looking at you like, really, a phone? The prince just looks kind of stone-faced. The sheriff's like, and then you hear and then there's a slight buzzing from his pocket.
Samuel
Does
just
have it.
he just lasers the sheriff and just gives a crooked grin.
Kind of like stands up, gives a little bow, and just takes like a couple steps back and like real quick into the phone. Eddie, I'm at Elysium with the prince. Please realize that.
Yeah, I'm in the north side. There's howling all over the place up here.
Eddie, do I have your permission to put you on speaker, or should I just pass that on?
Probably would want to pass it on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Samuel hearing this.
While you're doing that, the sheriff is also, popped his
She'll-
open.
She'll put him on speaker, sirs, ma'am, Eddie's. Eddie, you are on speaker.
He's like, yes, my prince, other esteemed, whoever's present.
Yes.
I'm in the north side. We were, I'm seeing to the, we're moving some folks around trying to find a separate space for him.
You're having a dog problem.
Yes. There's a lot of barking going on up here.
Samuel realizing he's having to just coach people at this point.
Hey,
Well, Eddie sounds extra flustered given who he's speaking to.
Eddie and Jolene have probably been vampires for maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's why Samuel's being patient. It's like, are you able to tell how many barking dogs there are?
Well, I can't really tell one dog voice from another per se, but they're spread out pretty good. I would say at least 3 different groups of them. I mean, I say group. It may just be 1 or 2 per,
Per pack. Strays like to get together in packs.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's not a.
They do like to hunt in packs.
I mean, I don't think there's like dozens of them or anything, but at the very least, I'd say 3 or 4.
he'll look up at the prince, and I realize there's phone, and this is probably the only time he's going to get away with it. Um, well, sir, should we go dog hunting? As he completely breaks his normal protocol, doesn't call him my prince or lord, lady, or anything. He's
Well,
just
he still
sir.
said sir though, so it's still respectful.
It's respectful, but it's very much not his usual level of respect. Just because phone, traceable thing.
Yes, let's. We can't have strays roaming around.
Sounds good.
Eddie, has there been any word about anyone having to deal with these strays head on?
Not so far, but we have not gotten in touch with everyone yet. I mean, a few folks are already, hanging around down your way, but
I'm sorry, the nerd in me just wanted to go. Like, if I was anybody else other than Samuel, the nerd in me wanted to go. Please tell me you did not try to apply them directly to the forehead.
The werewolves directly applied themselves to the thin blood forehead.
Yeah.
And then
If I was anybody else other than Samuel, I so would have done that. Okay. I need a moment.
back into character.
If you hear
Okay.
anything, where should we meet y'all? Is y'all meeting up anywhere tonight? Or just the usual place?
Uh,
And she would assume he'd know, since the last couple times they've met up, the usual place was Stoner Park.
no, the usual place is a little further north than we are right now. Let's see. He names off a thrift store that I'm blanking on the actual name of now.
Jolene probably knows exactly where it is.
Yeah. But it's up towards the north, but it's further south than where y'all. It's further south than Stoner Park or where y'all were the previous night. Samuel, you recognize it as being just a little bit further south than that gas station
Right.
where the guy ran through the plate glass window.
Yeah, he'll blink as like, well, that is a bit further south than the dog attack victim I had to deal with at work today.
If it's okay with you and with you, sir, kind of like motions to the prince, I'm just gonna hang up.
Let's see. Is there anything the prince wants to ask Eddie? You hear the prince is. That's fine. Eddie, take care of your people.
She'll let Eddie say whatever he would need to say and then hang up.
Eddie just kind of goes, yes, sir. He looks over at the sheriff. Gather your deputies. Scylla, Charybdis, and you see the two of them fade into view in the corners of the room.
I am so taking See the Unseen.
Let's see. Oh, y'all are in the lid just so he doesn't need to give his wife an escort because y'all are right there. Oh, and the sheriff confirmed as one of his deputies that had called him. He confirmed that they're deeper into the city than we would have hoped and making a lot of noise. It's bordering on a masquerade breach potentially.
You said a gas station. Would, like, knowing a few of the Thin Bloods, would Jolene know if any of the folk up north work there?
Nobody she knows off the top of her head.
Okay.
Sure. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of premonition or anything, considering what's happening?
Not until you walk out.
Okay. Is it like everybody walking out kind of a thing? Or
Yeah, everybody's leaving the
leaving together? Okay. Like
Blackjack
Prince,
very-
all of them together?
yeah.
Blackjack very audibly cracks his knuckles, even though he really doesn't have to.
But as you step outside, in kind of the clear night air, you can kind of hear the howling in the distance. Just barely, but it triggers a little something. Now, when I trigger these, do you still have to roll?
Nope. When you trigger them, they're free.
Well,
I don't have to
I knew
roll
it didn't
anything
cost
for
you
it.
any blood. I didn't know if you had to make the actual.
Let
Roll
me
for the
double
power.
check.
Yeah, the rouse check. I know you don't.
Yeah, I don't have to I don't think I have to make any kind of roll when you trigger it. So I think when you trigger it, it's basically a plot device.
Let's see, not heightened senses. Premonition. There we go.
Yeah.
Cost free or one rouse check.
Yeah, I think the free is when you trigger it.
Let's see. Yeah, I can give you brief flashes.
Suggested limit is 1 premonition per scene, even if more than one character has premonition.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to just give away all the clues.
Well, yeah, but
Uh,
I kind of want to bug you a little bit about potentially having that pop in a little bit more, because I do have it.
So yes, when you step out, you think you can hear the howling in the distance. Now, whether you can actually physically hear it or not, might be up in the air. It triggers a flash, though, and you see you get the image of a lupine in full, war form.
War form, yeah.
Tearing into a house. Gunfire is erupting. That seems to be doing it some damage, actually.
Anything that looks familiar at all? As in person, when this happened, Samuel immediately staggers and has to grab onto somebody for support.
I'll grab onto. I'll grab him.
You
Oh,
okay
yeah,
there,
yeah,
old man?
you're all right, Sam. You're all right, Samuel.
His eyes have gone completely white.
That's a bit concerning.
I just pick him up.
Just tuck him into the back of the truck.
No, I'm just picturing him
Yeah,
staggering,
back
and then
in.
he just grabs Lady Deschler.
It
I mean,
literally
one time.
it would literally be whoever is closest, because his entire senses are just gone right now while he's flashing in premonition.
I'd imagine like coteries walking like side by side or at least nearby.
Yeah, so
V
if he falls over, I just kind of grab him. And if I see that his eyes are glossed over, then I'll.
And it's real
pick him
quick.
up.
He just kind of takes a stumbling step or two, and you have just enough time to kind of catch him when he comes out of it.
Oh, okay.
As far as do you see anything, you see it tear in there, and you're seeing this as though you were standing on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of glance around, turn your head as it were, and you. Those of you standing around him, you see Samuel actually kind of, he does actually physically turn and like he's looking for something.
Do the other 3 that are with us potentially realize what's happening? I mean, if they catch his eyes,
Y'all probably been a coterie long enough that they've seen you
Yeah.
have a vision before.
yeah, the fact that his eyes are completely milk white right now, it would probably be a dead giveaway.
But when you
Alright,
when you
wait.
turn your head, you look down the street, and you see like the big Kroger sign, that the store is put out by the roads.
Whoa. That is a lot farther south than where we were.
Yeah, it is. when you come out of it, you're not sure if what you're seeing is contemporary or if you're seeing the near future. You're not entirely certain.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing in the vision that would give you a sense of time.
Mm-hmm. So it's either it's happening now or near future. Me trying to remember which croak. I know the one down here on the south end of town.
No, this one would be up. I'm trying to think of what else is in the area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's heading north, but it is further south than.
North of University. I think there's one north of University.
Yeah, the crap. Any other time, I could just rattle off the street it's on.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Yeah.
smaller ones in town, and it's
Yeah.
it's not necessarily one you want to be at night.
No.
Tourists, not from the area, just nodding like, yeah, that croak.
Yeah, yeah. It's one in a slightly rougher part of town, towards the north. You know, not
I
so
usually
rough that you
feel
hesitate to go in there during the day, but at night, eh.
Yeah, so he'll come back, he'll look directly at the sheriff. He's like, are any of your officers reporting gunfire in the north?
Not yet.
Okay. There's, you know the Krogers in the north end of town. A lot farther south than what we've been dealing with the Lupine before.
He nods his head, yes.
Shady one?
Yes. I just saw a vision of something blatantly visible from the street to anyone that could see it. Of, a war-formed lupine tearing into a house and a lot of gunfire. I could see it from the street, from where my vision, where I could see it. That is 100% a masquerade breach. That's not something that we can allow.
The prince is like, no.
And that is much, much further south than the encounters tonight, from what I know. They're pushing hard for something.
The sheriff pulls out his phone, or I guess he still had his phone out. He's texting at quite a decent speed. Clearly, he is not one of the Luddite type older, you know. Well, he's not older, but
Mm-hmm.
Julian like, give me that look when you can just text faster than me,
celerity, you know, it's what full blood kindred get.
Using celerity to text.
His finger just blurs, and he has to wait for the phone to catch up, and then he goes again. He goes, I'm directing some of the Nosferatu deputies over to that area. Because they can lay low.
It didn't give me any sense of time if it was happening now or the near future, but...
Well, no one's reporting gunfire yet. So we'll just have to hope it's in the future. He goes, I've got everybody that was further north, I've got them coming into the south. Why would they make such a big blatant push, though? They're not.
I mean, they were looking for something. I mean, of the bodies that were at that charnel house, of the potentially eight bodies that were confirmed to be there, one was missing. Of the canoptic jars that were taken when they were mummifying the remains, 7 were smashed, 1 was taken.
No, actually, all 8 were smashed.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Well, and all 8 were smashed, but one of the bodies was gone.
It could have been where he slept, too. We don't know.
Possible. But they... They tore into the shed that had those jars and specifically smashed them.
If it's all the same to y'all, this is a problem we need to go in and smash
Yes.
back
Yes,
at versus having to talk about it.
of course.
We gotta go be about it.
Right, I have some firearms at my home I can go grab.
I have some experience shooting. If...
I'm good.
I know you are. It's one of the reasons why I hired you on, so to speak.
I'm getting paid.
You know what I mean.
You're an intern.
Paid?
Yes,
Or
you're getting
hired?
you're getting paid the fact that you're working with one of the only well, I think he's jeez, is
One
he
of the only Ancilla.
non-primogen Ancilla?
Probably not within the whole city. In your clan, yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Prince looks at Jolene. Do you have an unregistered gun on you?
With all due respect, I work at a Waffle House. I can't really afford stuff like that.
Yes, as I thought.
You can use one of mine, it's fine.
If you have the prince looks at you. Have a spare? Very good then.
I have several.
So there's a quick break up for everybody to equip or whatever.
Yeah, he'll basically he has a shotgun, a pistol, and a rifle.
Blackjack will drop Jolene off with Samuel and then go to his farm real quick, and he'll go to his animals and be like, "All right, if I don't come back, I love you guys."
Okay.
Give the cows a gentle kiss on the nose.
Yeah. Be
He'll,
good. Don't
yeah.
chew nothing up and walk off.
He'll look at Julian and is like, you are stronger than I am physically. Potentially. So I have a silenced pistol, a semi-automatic rifle, and my personal favorite for dealing with rogue kindred, which might potentially work for Lupine, a shotgun with dragon rounds.
Just take the pistol. If it's all the same with you, I don't feel like getting knocked on my ass.
Fine. And he'll hand her the silenced pistol and
I'm also
3
little
magazines
smaller.
of ammunition. Clips. I can never remember which one it is.
but a pistol's
For-
magazine.
They're interchangeable.
It's a magazine for a pistol.
In
Okay.
common use, they're interchangeable. But don't tell
Yeah.
don't tell somebody's into guns that.
Don't tell an actual
Yeah.
gun nut.
Well, I
As far
mean,
as
the
I
words
know,
have
they're
meanings, but
They do, yeah, because I know one was literally for like an ejectable clip back, like I think like Vietnam War.
Shooty bullet sleeve.
Let's go with magazines.
Shitty bullet sleeve.
He'll hand her 3 magazines of hollow point ammunition.
Ooh, the good stuff.
This is pretty damn fancy. Okay, and I'm assuming she probably like wore a hoodie, like at least should look vaguely human while they were out and about.
He also hands her a concealed carry holster.
Black Christmas.
Oh, don't worry, I'm probably buying you a car at some point.
No, you're not.
He just tunes that out as he will open up a case that looks like just a long briefcase, basically, and he'll actually put his shotgun in there with several bits, basically, with like a box of dragon rounds, and he can only fit one of them in there because it's not like a huge case. So yeah, he'll bring the shotgun with the dragon rounds, and he'll just carry that.
okay. As you're getting ready to roll out, oh yes, Blackjack.
Is Alabama open carry?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
is Huntsville? Okay. Y'all just
Alabama is an
rolling up
open
with
carry
weapons?
state. Well, he still has it like in a what basically looks like a briefcase.
Okay.
If you're walking around with a pistol on your hip, most folks aren't going to pay it a whole lot of attention. If you're walking around
Yeah.
with a shotgun slung over your back, people will make a little more note of that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will say he will also. He'll switch to his leather coat, and he'll also put on body armor. Because 3 points of resources. He knows he is not a physical combatant.
All right,
Pretty
so
wealthy.
you have essentially a Kevlar vest, flat jacket sort of thing.
Essentially, that'd probably be what he could get.
Well, Kevlar vest isn't.
Military grade.
Nah, full.
No, it wouldn't be like full military armor.
Yeah.
But
Prior to the Second Inquisition, yeah, he probably could have. Since then, people are a lot more careful about ordering some of that kind of stuff for fear of showing up on the list.
well, I mean, he might have had it before then because he did survive it. But
I just-
gear.
Well, keep in mind, you
picture-
survived the Chantry burning because you weren't there.
Yeah, because he wasn't there.
You and Alejandro were the two that weren't there that night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do I picture just a Quentin Tarantino montage of them just putting stuff on and together?
Just gearing up.
Yeah.
See, I'm just picturing
Veronica sitting
Jolene
there.
still in the dress she showed up in, though I realized
No,
she
she
was
was
probably wearing pants.
nice slacks.
Yeah.
Nice slacks,
Bum,
a
bum.
t-shirt.
But then putting the hoodie over that, and then the bandoliers of shotgun ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Except she's going with the pistols. It ruins the image.
Yeah.
All right.
She'd get her knocked on her ass.
Mm.
Before you depart, though, the Prince Samuel,
Yes.
do you think you could find this house?
Given enough time, likely. It probably wouldn't take long. I'm no slouch when it comes to technology.
In the hopes that it hasn't gotten there yet, I want you and your coterie to investigate the house. Go in and find out what might be attracting a werewolf there.
Right.
Or a lupine, I guess you'd call it.
In the vision, it was only one, correct?
Yes, it was one busting into the house, and then there was a bunch of gunfire.
And a whole lot of gunfire. Okay. Which honestly could have been us shooting it.
Prophecies
There's just
are weird
kids
like
in the
that.
background.
Yeah, I know. Dragon rounds. Fun note: dragon rounds are actually legal in America. It turns pump shotguns into flamethrowers.
Though they don't last very long.
No, they don't.
It will tear your barrel. It will tear a barrel of a gun up.
Mm-hmm. It will. But
But if you got a werewolf charging at you, that's not your main concern.
yeah, I'll say he'll also probably he'll probably have another thing of slug rounds too. In that case, so he'll have dragon rounds and slugs.
Okay.
Because pellets aren't going to do jack shit
No.
against werewolf hide.
Oh, there's one series of novels I read where a chick ran around with a shotgun that she had alternating holy and unholy ammunition
Mm-hmm.
for anything she happened to run into.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, and yeah, you're quite certain you know what street that Kroger is on, and
Mm-hmm.
and you saw the front of the house. You just have to drive down that street till you saw the front of the house. It is not
Yeah.
a long street.
I think I know what street you're talking about, actually.
Yeah, it's when I used to run around Huntsville. I used to cut down that one all the time.
Yeah. I think I cut through there when I still lived up north. I used to cut through there to go to that Kroger's during the day to pick up groceries.
I had a buddy that lived up Norwell. He still lives in the north. But
Mm.
that many years ago, I would pick my check up from work. When I got off in the morning before the office was open, and I'd swing by
Yeah.
that Kroger to cash it on the way to go hang out.
Yeah.
Anyway, get off the topic.
Yeah.
So y'all roll out.
Okay.
The sheriff gives you the name of the deputies that he has sent to that area. He goes, they'll probably be in the area before you, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not anybody you particularly know.
Right.
So yeah, you roll out. Y'all are all headed north. On the drive over there, somebody on the radio comments on all the howling that's been heard around town, or
Mhm.
not around town, in that particular part of town.
Yeah.
Yay! Everyone knows.
Right now, they seem to be writing it off as, well, something's got the dogs riled up.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh, wait, that's not the...
Hmm.
I'm looking at maps trying to figure out where y'all are at. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, y'all get out on the main road, and it's almost a
I-
straight shot.
Yeah. I will say that he'll tell Jolene that she should probably potentially find, or that if she wants, he could look for some silvered weapons real quick too. But
It's what time in the morning?
yeah, we don't
I
have
don't
enough
think-
time.
I don't think folks traditionally sell that stuff.
Not normally, no. It's more of a black market good.
Yeah, silvered
Well-
ammunition, you pretty much have to get people that custom made the stuff anyway.
I'll
Mhm.
keep that in mind.
Silver and fire, the best way to deal with a werewolf.
I mean, we passed a gas station. We could go back and get a couple gallons.
True.
I could look up on YouTube real quick how to make a firebomb.
I'll cocktail.
Just like YouTubing all of this really quick, like on the drive.
Jolene just has the anarchist cookbook at
Molotov
home.
cocktails are a thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Successfully striking a target with Molotov cocktail is difficulty 4 and causes 2 levels of aggravated damage every turn.
She's like, well, I mean,
Blackjack will. You would have given Blackjack the address, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Blackjack will probably make his way that way by himself in his truck, just kind of like, okay, werewolves, werewolves. All right, the whole way.
everyone playing Eye of the Tiger on the way there.
Yeah.
The minute he steps out of the truck, he activates potence. Yeah. And when we get to that scene, I'll do the rest check.
All right, are y'all actually, or is the Samuel Jolene car actually stopping somewhere to get gasoline, or are you just right behind Blackjack's truck the whole way?
Gas stations generally have like glass bottles and towels. We could. I'd never thought I'd say the day. I'm like, we could stop and get the stuff to make a Molotov cocktail if we need to, but apparently, it's a enlightening week.
I'm just picturing you running to the gas station, buying the gas can, filling it up, buying a bunch of
Like a
glass
12
bottles
pack
and
of beer.
rags.
You're just buying like a 12-pack of like beer, whatever cheap beer and glass bottles they have, and like cheap ass blankets that they show. So
I mean, you already have a 12 gauge with like dragon's rounds. You might as well just throw the gas can itself.
Hmm.
So anyway, are y'all following right behind Blackjack, or are you stopping to get some gas?
Honestly, we probably should.
we're gonna
Okay,
need
try
to figure out which should.
We should follow behind Blackjack because he's just gonna throw himself at the werewolf.
He absolutely will.
Yeah, I know he will. Jolene will at least be able to do damage with a pistol.
She's got
Hmm.
summon firearms, and
What's
she's
this?
got
What's this
Hunting
extra
and
character sheet you're
survival.
giving me, Jason?
Nothing.
Mm.
It's just his new character. Also a Bruja, but this one's named 21.
Go fish.
He's come to avenge his brother. Alright. So like I said, once you get out on the parkway, it's just a straight shot up. When you see the Kroger, you get off on the exit and go under. And like I said, it's not a long road.
Mm-hmm.
No, Maeve and Alexander come back next week, and they're holding auditions for the new coterie.
No kidding.
Yep.
So yeah, you nothing seems to be going on. When you're in this part of town, you can hear some of the howling off in the distance, though.
Samuel is going to activate his heightened senses.
It gets much louder.
Yes, it does. But he's
So-
also going to use it basically to try to keep an eye on what's happening around them.
I get hungrier
Activate for
for-
paranoia.
I get hungrier for prowess.
Hungry for combat.
Yeah. What are you at now? Hunger 3?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's
I'm
a good way to
expecting
go
him
into
to,
a fight.
I'm expecting him just like this messy critical aware, just like
punch through its chest. Pull out its still beating heart.
Need it.
That would take quite a critical.
yeah, it would. That'd be a hell of a
happened?
critical.
It's nothing but tens. It's all tens.
That would be something.
You'd never forget about blackjack ever.
No.
Never let anyone forget about it. Every Elysium would be like, let me tell you about that time.
Let me tell you that time I punched a werewolf to death.
Unfortunately, that means every time somebody hears a dog howl, it's blackjack they're calling to go check it out.
Also true.
But anyway, you pull up. You get to this house. It's up off the road a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot of room in the driveway, but you can fit 2 vehicles in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'd park
Are
on
there any other
the side if
vehicles
I have
in
to.
the driveway?
Yes. There's still room for your 2. Or you could go down a few lots further and at the corner, kind of opposite of where the Kroger is,
Am I
there's a
able
gas
to
station. You could park there and walk back down pretty quickly.
Am I able to park like sideways to the car, to the other car?
If you
Just
want
in
to block,
case.
if you're saying you want to block it in, you absolutely could.
Yeah.
Or like I said,
Just
if y'all
in
wanted to
case.
stealth, there's a gas station close by. You could park in and then walk back down.
Yes. Stealth.
I would suggest that. Yeah.
Yeah. That would give Jolene time to do her cocktail nonsense too.
Hey, look, gas station. We're right here.
My
Yeah.
truck looks like shit. It's gonna blend in with everybody else on the side of town. It's
I
fine.
imagine that there is beer all down the side of Samuel's car. She's been pouring the bottles out while y'all were driving.
Potentially.
I'll take it to the car wash tomorrow morning. When it opens. God, I need some sleep.
All right, so Samuel and Jolene are pulling in or driving past the house to the gas station, and Blackjack is doing what?
Don't do anything
Blackjack is still
stupid.
Blackjack is still making the teeing off the car,
So he pulls up and then sideways to block the car.
just in case. He'll just walk off like nothing. He'll wait for his allies. He's battle ready. He's not stupid.
There are lights on in the house, despite no, take that back. It's like almost 2:00 in the morning at this point. So yeah, the house is actually dark.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the gas station, I don't imagine this one's 24-hour. I don't actually know, but it's on kind of a side street, so so the gas station is actually closed. But you know, you're just parking in the parking lot, so not a big deal.
Yep.
And Jolene can spend a minute or so. Let's see, y'all bought a glass bottles would come in what, a 6-pack probably?
Did we stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Then probably
Oh
like a
no,
6-pack.
that's right. Y'all said y'all
Yeah,
need to stick
I
with
thought we
blackjack.
said-
You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
You said, I thought we said we were following. I'm like,
That's
we
right.
stopped?
Yeah.
So you just parked the car somewhere down safe and y'all walk back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if it had been open, we could have just done it right here. We gotta plan this shit.
Clearly, Samuel has got to carry glass bottles and spare gas around in his car now.
I mean, yeah.
Just siphon someone's gasoline. It's easy.
Keep a 12-pack of really shitty beer in the trunk. Couple of shop rags.
Yeah.
Nothing suspicious.
Or empty and say you forgot to take your recycling. There you go.
So y'all get back down. Yeah, Blackjack is pulled up behind the car. And he is either still in his
Walking
truck or leaned up against the truck.
Just leaned up, just waiting.
Nothing seems to be stirring in the house as you've been waiting.
The lights off. Probably someone home, but you know, I don't think we're here for them.
Jolene's gonna
Must
check
be
in
off.
and see if there's any mail in the mailbox out front. Like maybe they forgot to get it.
Okay. When you get there, the flag is up. Looks like they're mailing off the letter.
What's the name on it? Like from
You,
them?
it looks like it's going to the utility company.
Oh, so just paying a bill.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, postal service, please forgive me. She opens it to get a name.
Well, the return address would have a. Well, would
Sometimes it,
potentially.
no, it would just usually
bill-
like the return envelopes would just have the window for the utility company
Yep.
address.
Oh,
not
you're
the-
right. You're right.
Unless there's a check in there.
I was thinking about mailing a regular letter, not like the envelope they sent. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't pay their bill online? I mean, I'm thankful, but rip.
So yeah, you open it up. The name on the letter
God damn it,
is
Eric.
a Michael Smith.
That's generic as hell, but she passes it on.
Me slowly. Michael Smith.
Slowly making a Rolodex.
I'm just picturing her tearing open this mail, and the other two vampires just looking at her horrified. That's a federal crime.
We've murdered people.
What area of town are we in again? We're in the north, yeah.
Yes. This
In
is
the Brat Pack are on the other side.
they're across on the other side of the ledges from you, basically.
Okay. Well, I was
Got
like,
the-
because
you
one
got
of the
the
members of the
Bayco
Brat
and-
Pack, their name is Mike. So I'm sitting there going,
Purely coincidental.
yeah. The Malkavian. Actually, I do have that written down. Malkavian of the Brat Pack, Mike. Okay.
As far as you know, that one's last name is not Smith.
Yeah.
This time.
Not today, anyway. Maybe tomorrow. He hasn't decided.
Stars aren't aligned. Can't do it. Not today.
All right. So yes, you're all gathered out in front of the house. You've
Mhm.
checked the mail.
Tries to steal it back up, put it back in.
Use your vampire tongue.
I tore the
Somebody's
envelope.
already
Lick the
licked
envelope.
it.
Heal it. There you go.
Somebody's already licked it. That's how you get the flu.
Flu's not. What's the worst that could happen? You get the flu, then what?
Do you want to start a plague or something? That's how plagues start.
I mean, vampires starting to plague for humans. That'd be some shit.
So yeah, you seal it up as best you can, which isn't very, very good. Put it back in there.
I'm just gonna the both of you.
You, Eric, or you, Samuel?
Me, Eric, just
Okay.
All right. So
would do a
what-
damn thing to Blackjack.
all right. So y'all just gonna stake out the front of this place. Y'all gonna go in.
I'm gonna go around back.
All right. It's got a small backyard. There's not a whole lot of backyard to it.
Do I hear anything inside
Um.
with my heightened senses?
Roll me. Let's see. Wits awareness.
Wits awareness.
Yeah, wits awareness.
Okay.
Like, probably like move the pistol like into her hand and in like that front like kangaroo pocket of hoodies.
It's
Just like
plus
okay.
critical success.
Oh, very nice. So that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You hear one individual snoring. I mean, not super loud, but you can pick up on it.
Yeah.
Sleep at.
You hear one person walking around. Regularly walking up to the windows. And you can hear, with that kind of roll, you can hear the curtains moving slightly, the blinds, or, rustling slightly.
Backyard, front, side.
He seems to be walking around checking all the windows. Or not all, but checking windows on either side.
Okay.
So your heightened senses, is it just your hearing, or is it kind of everything?
It's everything. To all perception rolls.
Okay. In that case, you can kind of see, you can kind of see his face as he peeks out.
Mm.
Let's see, what would you see? Oh, yeah, 5 successes. He has got a gun in his hand.
Okay.
And he is looking kind of worried. I mean, Blackjack's truck is clearly parked, right behind the car. So
Mm-hmm.
What's he gonna do? Shoot me?
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Potentially.
Quote from person shot.
so y'all checking out the back room. You're or the backyard. You're seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, you hear him. You're assuming he's probably in the living room. You hear him walking kind of length of the house to where the one guy is snoring.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl, wake up. You hear the guy kind of snorting. Yeah. We got a couple people prowling around in the yard. Whoever this Daryl is, he sits up there at it. Is that dogs barking or howling? And you have heard the howling getting closer. Not like real close, but
Yeah.
and you hear this other guy get up and what you assume is the sound of someone putting on pants. And then a shotgun
Yeah.
racking.
Of course.
The rest of us were like, what's going on?
Premonition spoilers. Blackjack is the werewolf.
That'd be something.
He's been faking being a vampire this whole time. Or he's an
Halloween,
abomination, one or
baby.
the other.
That'd be something.
Something out of Underworld.
I would not be against playing a werewolf game at some point.
I made the mistake of looking at Changeling.
Yeah, you did.
Have they done a 20th anniversary of Changeling?
I don't think so.
I
Well,
don't
I
think
could
they have
actually, I
either.
could
Yeah.
actually still use my second edition one. Huh?
Hey.
Your red cap. But back to this game.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you
I
doing,
assume.
Samuel?
I
You're
assume-
aware that everybody
yeah.
inside is aware of y'all.
Well, they're aware that we're here.
Of course, Blackjack just kind of parked his car right in the driveway.
I'm well aware of that.
We'd be hiding.
I'd like them to not escape if they're trying to if they're up to some fuckery.
You just made the Kain aware that we're here.
What's he gonna do? Shoot me?
Probably.
What's the bullet gonna do to me?
Did you real? Me sitting here realizing I just slipped into Roderick mode. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Focus.
Jesus
Everything
Christ.
got that stupid.
I thought I heard a little bit of the Monday game.
Look, we could just hide
Yeah.
behind the truck at least, and see what happens.
Well, if nothing else, I'll be listening.
And the porch light turns on.
Oh, fantastic! Jolene's like already hiding behind the truck.
Yep.
Throws the truck at the door.
Door cracks open. I don't know what y'all are doing out there, but this is private property. I'm gonna thank you to load up in your truck and get out of here.
Well, first off, sir, that's not my truck. Secondly, I am currently searching the neighborhood for the stray dogs.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not in our yard, so you need to get.
It ran out of gas, or something fell off of it somewhere. We're not quite sure. I mean,
You don't know if you're out of gas or if something fell off the truck.
look, it's a really shitty truck, sir.
It is. It's a beat up Chevy. It's absolutely a shitty truck.
I promise we'll go we went down to the gas station to see if they were open, but they ain't. We're gonna see if we can get one of our friends on the phone to bring us some gas. I already gave him a call, and she holds up her phone.
Why don't you just push that truck on down to the gas station then? There's three of y'all.
The brake. Something fell off of it and something locked up. I don't know shit about trucks, sir. She tries to push it and makes it so not actually pushing it, but making it look like it's not budging.
Give me a manipulation subterfuge.
I'd be helping. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Something fell off of this thing, and something about the
Oh,
something
great
about the
stuff.
stick shift.
I have no points in any of this.
Oh God,
Well, you've got to have at least a 1 in manipulation.
you rolled a success on it.
Well, you are not a very
Yeah.
manipulative person. And a vampire that's not manipulative probably doesn't live very long.
It's got more composure.
And I have one manipulation.
So yeah, you roll once. You're trying to make a good go of it, but you don't.
I'm not sure what's wrong with this piece of shit.
Look, lady, I don't know what you're trying to pull. I'm gonna give you a minute to get off my property, and then I'm gonna call the police.
God, police, I don't give a fuck.
I've been to jail. I ain't going back.
Is
Is the hog still going on?
Yes. Well, and the howling's not going on just constantly, but yeah, you're still periodically hearing one. One that sounds like straight back behind the house. I mean, a distance or off to the side, or
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that sounds like it's coming up on the house?
The one that's kind of straight north from there, maybe. It definitely sounds like it's closer now than it was when you first got here. But not like it's just a block or two away. You hope.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go back to your house. I'll move the damn truck.
Like I said, you got 1 minute, and the door shuts.
It's a
And he only
big
ever had it cracked enough that he could shout out.
Alright, come on. I have to have y'all pretend that I can't do this by myself.
Yeah, yeah. I'll walk beside it, make it look convincing.
From inside, Samuel, you hear the two guys talking because one of them asks, "What the crap are they doing?"
Pushing a truck. What do you think?
The other was like, "I don't know. This is weirding me out. Go keep a look out the back. Make sure these guys don't have any more help with them."
Why did you not just park as... Never mind.
I mean,
Hell.
they would have seen us anyways if we were just hanging out in front of their house.
For
Anybody
an
would have been.
extended period of time, yes. Never
Anybody
mind.
would have been in on it as well. I don't know who's in on it and who isn't.
Okay, which one of us is steering? I'll go
Oh.
steer. I'm the lightest.
God damn. Pop the clutch.
I know how to. I don't have a vehicle, but I know how to drive one.
This truck is older than you are.
I assume I have driven anything new, and just like hops in. She knows what she's doing.
So like I said, the driveway's at a slant down, so there's no big trouble getting it onto the street. This street is not a busy one. It's the middle of the night. You don't see any oncoming traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do y'all push it all the way? Do y'all push it all the way down to the gas station, or just enough to be out of sight of the
I
house?
push it all the way down and then turn a corner.
Okay. Well, you turn the corner. The gas station is not visible from the house.
Okay, then yeah, I can't turn a corner somewhere so that it's not visible for them.
Samuel's
Just-
just keeping an ear out.
Leaning out the window. Were you listening to them? Like, listening?
Yes,
Just like a little hand wiggly thing.
yes, I
Yeah.
was.
Did they say anything?
They have no idea what we were doing, and we are creeping them out.
Okay, for now.
I mean, that's obvious.
Also, one of them has a shotgun.
I mean, why was someone up and there was no lights? Just
He was
Open up the
pacing the house.
I'm so scared of a shotgun.
it's not about the shotgun. I mean,
If they have dragon rounds, you will be scared of a shotgun.
And they'll be dead.
No, you'll be running.
hey, boys.
Yes.
People typically don't pace the house at 2 o'clock in the morning without a good reason to.
I mean, I could have told you that.
So they think something. Either he's got a really bad case of insomnia, or they think something's coming.
They think something's coming. One of them was loading a shotgun.
Okay.
Maybe they also heard the howling.
I mean, humans don't
Not-
get much riled by.
It's not like the
Howling.
Lupins are making it. It's not like the Lupins are making it particularly subtle.
Still, a dog howling's a dog howling. People don't, unless they're just really weird, think it's a werewolf.
Maybe they know. Maybe they're not actually kind.
Say anything else?
Are they saying anything else?
Have y'all snuck back down close to the house?
Samuel just basically got out of sight enough where he could.
Oh, okay.
He didn't go all the way down with
Yeah,
him.
we just pushed the truck all the way around the corner and came back.
And then he was already back. Yeah.
You hear the probably the
Maybe
one.
on
That,
like the other side of the back of the fence.
you hear Daryl, the one that got woken up,
Mm-hmm.
going, "I'm not getting any more sleep tonight, am I?" Nope, we're both staying up. I don't know who they're working for, if they're working for somebody else, if they're wanting what we got in here. But I know I ain't got the money to pay back the boss, so no, we both staying up. Put the coffee on.
Well, apparently they owe money to someone.
That's a weird thing to
I mean,
be up for at 2 in the morning.
I owe money to people too, but I don't keep it up at
Well,
2 in the morning.
from the sounds of things, they might potentially believe we are working for somebody called the boss.
I mean, kinda. But
That is here to
grand-
collect on a debt.
Like, what would he be collecting? If they don't got money, do they got something else?
They have something in that house.
Something that they're afraid people are gonna take.
Do we want to
Precisely.
just bust in then?
I mean,
No.
not really.
If that premonition comes to pass tonight, we can use the distraction of potentially of killing the lupine and potentially the kine, if it comes down to it.
Let's
mean,
kill each other.
I was gonna say the lupine will probably take care of the con for us.
We can use them as a distraction to deal with the great enemy. I know
What would
that's
they have that
not within your all's sensibilities, but
I hate to say it, better them than us. What would they have that lupines would want?
well, there could be many things. The lupine are traditionally a tribal people. Perhaps a totem of some kind that's important to them.
Samuel, I don't know if it was your accent, but that was the most disdainful use of the word totem I've ever heard.
I think it was just the accent.
All right. So how are y'all? Are you just waiting? Are you just waiting on the street for something to go down, or?
No, he's probably crouched like behind like the nearest house to the house.
Like there's a driveway with a fence, like they're on the other side of the fence.
Basically, yeah.
Like a wooden fence.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just
Like-
a chain link. But
Let's just say Blackjack's like 6'3", so he can like go like look up a privacy fence.
so basically, you're in like the backyard of the next house over, out of sight.
Basically, yeah.
You wait there. We'll say a half hour. Samuel, you can hear some gunfire in the distance, like quite a distance off.
hmm
And then you hear someone in the driveway. They have a very heavy step. And then you hear a sort of growl. And then a run, and you hear the door smash.
And that's our cue.
From inside, you hear the two people. Oh shit!
As he just as he unslings the case, opens it up, grabs the shotgun, dragging rounds, loads, close, sling over, ready to go.
You start hearing shot. You hear the shotgun go off. You hear a pistol.
Let's go.
Inside the house that y'all are hiding behind,
Mhm.
you hear a couple of people start awake.
We're already probably over the fence.
Yeah, we've already hopped the fence. We're
Yeah,
running
yeah.
over there.
You hear a male's voice in that house telling somebody to get down on the floor. He's gonna crawl over to the. He's gonna crawl up, grab the phone, and call the police. Because in Alabama, one gunshot, even in the middle of the night, is a little odd. But okay. But
Yeah.
these two guys are just unloading.
Is there a phone line that she could see? Well, no, she wouldn't have heard the. Dang. She wouldn't have heard the people in the house.
No. Only Samuel with his heightened senses at the moment would have heard that.
If you can see a phone line along the way, snip it on this house. They're going to try to call the police.
She will try to find a phone line.
Give me a wits awareness.
I'd say he's not focused on the phone line right now.
No, this would be Jolene because she's looking to
Yeah, I know.
do the snipping.
I technically could with heightened senses, but he's not focused. But yeah, 3 ain't bad.
He's pretty good.
You're in luck. Look, they still got a landline.
She, like, she pulls that shit out. Sorry.
As we're just gone to that other house.
You hear growling from inside. One of the guys is still letting loose just a string of profanity that sounds panicked.
I mean, same.
The other guy is just kind of, "Ah!" But the gunfire has not lit up yet.
Are we in the house yet?
Is it from the front of the
Do
house
I-
or the back
do
of
I-
the house?
I was just
Front.
gonna have a
They
general
came in the front
direction.
door, just
Yeah.
like his vision.
We should go in the back.
No, we should go in the front to pincer.
Crossfire.
Lead on.
Basically.
We're already in there, so
Just as you get to the door, you hear a very kind of a squishy sound,
oh.
like somebody really digging in some meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And there's one less gun firing.
oh,
Blackjack, let loose.
As you step
I will-
in, you see a lupine in full war form. One claw is just sank into this guy. Well, it covers much more of his chest than that, but something like that. And is basically like picked this one guy up. That guy has dropped the shotgun. It is at least unconscious, possibly dead in the grip. The profanity cuts off at that point.
Jolene is actually going to fall back 5 steps, pull out her phone, text Eddie the address, and say, "Get this to somebody, lupines, or dogs."
Go punchy.
The other guy is like, it's like you had a living room and kind of the kitchen connected to it. And the other guy's just back in the corner, basically sitting in the back corner, just emptying his pistol. As you're seeing all this go on, the pistol clicks empty, and the guy just keeps clicking. He is wide-eyed, full panic.
Poof! Behind.
All right, I'll give you
Okay.
one surprise round.
So we all do something.
Jolene
Yeah.
would have been falling.
Yeah, she
back
falls
to
back
That
and-
note to Eddie.
Yeah, I'm
Grand
gonna.
brawl, yeah.
Yeah, I would say before he gets there, because this is technically a close range weapon, I'm gonna try to drag and round the werewolf.
Oh God.
All right.
You have to roll because that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
He still has to roll to hit.
Yeah,
Well, but won't Blackjack have to roll something because
that's
it's
what I'm
fire?
saying. Before I get to
Oh.
him,
Yeah.
before he gets to him.
I see what you're talking about there, yeah.
Okay,
But, like,
so
the fear of fire thing is what
Yeah.
we're trying to
Roy
point out.
trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, surprise attacks.
boom, shooty gun.
All right, so give me the pew pew roll.
Okay. Is there any bonus for a surprise attack?
The difficulty's lower.
Difficulty's lower. Okay.
Pretty good.
3 successes.
All right, 3 successes. Since you're catching him by surprise, the difficulty to hit him is only a 1.
Okay.
So that's 2 extra successes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Means he takes 2 aggravated damage.
let's see, and you've got. All right. Let's see. Shotgun. Samuel's not especially strong, is he?
He has an average strength.
Okay, so he's probably got a regular shotgun, not necessarily one of the bigger.
Yep.
All right. So that's 2 damage based just on your roll,
Mm-hmm.
and the shotguns give you a +3
Okay.
because I finally found the weapon stats.
So it's 5.
So yeah, that's 5.
And because it's a dragon breath round, it converts it to aggravated damage.
Let me check how his ability works right quick.
He's a werewolf. They take aggravated damage from fire.
Yeah. He's also got the equivalent of fortitude fairly high. So,
It's true.
Oh no.
and this is the
As most of them do.
first. Let's see. Let me roll for one of the guys first. Yeah, okay, this is the first. This is basically the first damage he's taking this round.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 second while I look up fortitude. Okay, now how did it skip all the way down there? Alright, that only affects superficial, but that level affects. It does some superficial looking damage. Definitely gets his attention.
Poof!
And then Blackjack's on him.
I'd say if he used the power I think he did, he can't regenerate that damage either.
Punch.
Well, Aggravate takes a while to heal regardless, but
Well, the superficial he can't heal either if he used Defy Bane.
Right. And then +2 for potence.
it'll be strength melee. Or brawl,
Uh,
strength brawl, excuse me.
I will re-roll those dice in the I'm gonna use a willpower to re-roll.
Alright. Yeah,
I
'cause
have
you got
to
you
re-roll.
got 3 normal dice that you didn't hit with, so
Oh, that's a brutal critical.
I'll take it.
alright,
So
so that
you-
is 1, 2, 3. So that is 7 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically 6 extras.
I pull out a steel. No, I'm just kidding.
You lay into it pretty good though. Alright,
Yeah.
at your level of potence, are you doing aggravated damage with your punches?
I believe I am doing aggravated because I'm at potence 2.
Or is it a particular
I have lethal body, but that's and I have prowess.
Unarmed attacks now do aggravated damage.
I have lethal body and prowess. Those are the 2 I have.
Okay. Yeah, lethal body's the relevant one.
Mhm.
Okay, so that is 6 aggravated. That's a substantial hit.
Mm-hmm.
He's already taken some damage this round.
I like aim for a spot. Like I feel like the dragon's breath like kind of like singed off enough fur to like
Part of him is actually on fire.
Yeah.
Actually, since it hit.
I'm also terrified about that.
Yeah, you probably need to give me a roll about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, now where's his health? Here we go. All right.
What's the roll?
It'd be a frenzy roll.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
fun because I have a.
Yep.
I have a
I don't think
Gurkha.
I don't think that affects your Royschrick rolls. I think the frenzy roll, your Bane, is specifically for like combat or
Okay.
His
like
bane
rage
is
frenzies.
yeah, it's specifically for rage.
Okay. All right. Here's the roll. So it's just on my willpower. Oh wait, I need to take one off because.
No, there's a frenzy roll at the bottom.
Yeah, there's
where
a
it
frenzy,
says
there's a
after
frenzy roll.
rise.
No, I
button.
just
Oh,
had to
yeah.
take off. I had to take off a real willpower because I didn't realize it was a willpower roll.
Mhm.
Humanity. Willpower and humanity.
Mhm.
My humanity is at 8.
Yep, it's willpower and humanity for frenzy.
Okay.
Because you're suppressing the beast, and because you have high humanity, it's easier for you.
What's the DC, boss?
Alright, so that is. Alright, so you got 3 successes.
Uh huh.
Provocation.
Is it like X amount of dice per amount of humanity? Because I have way more humanity than that.
Okay, that's compulsions. I was trying to find a little chart that I'd gotten, but
Oh, 6 dice, then I have 8 humanity, and then I have 4 willpower.
Not sure what it calculates for frenzy.
Hmm.
See, just for the fun, I'm gonna roll frenzy to see what that calculates because I have 5 willpower and 6 humanity.
Mm-hmm.
No modifiers. That gives me 7 dice.
alright.
Interesting.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Alright, frenzy's on page
Oh.
2.
I would also like to state because before this battle started, Samuel turned off his heightened senses.
Otherwise, he'd be deaf.
Yeah, with a shotgun round going off
Fair
right
enough,
next to
fair
it. Yeah,
enough.
yeah, he's turned off heightened senses when this started.
Ah, there we go, frenzy. Alright, the effect of frenzy. Okay, so that was the chart I needed to be looking at. Alright. Alright, so a bonfire is only a difficulty 2, but I assume that means you're not right up on it.
Well, this
Right.
is less than a bonfire.
Yeah, but he's right up on it too, though.
That's also true.
Uh,
Like, I don't think it's like he's entirely on fire. It's just like parts of the werewolf is.
You just see like little fire, and that would probably be enough to
yeah,
stoke it.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna say this is just difficulty 1 then, because you just have to not completely flub it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're fine. You're just being careful where you punch.
Yeah.
You feel bone. You come up. You feel bone break up under that blow.
I'd say this is a brutal critical. Want to RP it out a bit. Maybe get that willpower back you spent. Potentially.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good. You guys just see a demeanor change in Blackjack. Just right in the ribs, just
Maybe going trying to grab the rib, pull it out. I don't know. Start stabbing him with his own rib.
That's
So how
pretty cool.
does describe Blackjack's attack on it?
So Blackjack, like as he sees Samuel fire, he like hesitates for a second when Samuel fires, and then I would say because of a brutal critical, the beast kind of takes over, but not in the way where it frenzies. Just where like he's like, oh no, okay, we're gonna do this right, and he just goes in, hits him in the rib, and then just he feels the pop of a few ribs, and he just digs in a little hard, a little more, just to make whoever this is feel it even more. And he pulls back and says, "There's more where that came from."
It gives kind of a yelp when you hit it. You know, the hit dog hollers.
Yep.
Let's see.
Did Blackjack get its attention?
Oh, Blackjack's got its sole attention.
Yeah.
It ain't paying attention to your gun. It ain't paying attention to the fact that it's got, fire, a little bit of fire
Kinda
smoldering on its
singed
shoulder.
a little bit.
It's focused on him.
Yep.
And it's looking down at you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Blackjack's a big dude. This thing's much bigger.
Yep.
Especially in war form.
I love playing werewolves in this universe, by the way. Werewolves are so much fun to play.
Alright, so what is Blackjack and... Well, actually, I guess everybody. What is your composure plus awareness?
You want me to roll it, or are you asking the total?
What is the total?
That is 3 plus... Where's it?
It's 5 for me in total.
Yeah, it's also 5 for me.
7.
Okay.
7, Jesus Christ.
See, mine would be 7 with heightened senses, but I turned it off because shotgun.
Yes. That's Jolene. And it's
Because I would be taking a -3 to everything if that was still on.
4 composure, 3 awareness.
About to do some Hajime no Ippo stuff here in a sec.
Yeah. So
Alright,
this is the...
so this round, Jolene is going first.
Okay,
As she's like coming back in, like I got a message off, and
And she sees fire.
okay,
When all that happened,
Also-
while she was firing the message off, so
Yeah.
she hears
Also,
that
I'd like
and
to
steps
say-
back in.
I'd also like to say, since this turn started, the werewolf takes 1 aggravated damage.
Okay.
question.
Because of the dragon breath round.
How long does he stay on fire from that?
Until he puts it out.
Okay.
Or until it is put out, basically.
Were you about to say something, sir?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a specialty in hunting on Jolene. Would she get any additional dice with the firearm?
No. That would be if she was
Well,
going out hunting,
damn.
not in the middle of a firefight.
Technically, she's hunting.
I mean,
Yeah, but that
You're not
involves the
equipped
tracking and
properly.
all that, so.
yeah. I just figured I'd ask.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Oh yeah.
I want to track this creature. Where? The one 5 feet in front of me.
She's gonna aim. She's like, well, a head's a pretty good place to aim on anyone. She's going to aim directly for this thing's head, mostly because it's taller, so there's less risk of her hitting any allies.
Okay.
What do I roll with firearms?
Firearms.
But like,
Oh,
what,
dexterity.
Attribute, dexterity. Okay.
Firearm dexterity, yeah. That's why Samuel's dex is at 3.
Alright.
Terrible.
It's also a 3, but
Alright, so that is 2 successes.
Hollow
Let's
point
see.
pistol.
Yeah, pistol with hollow point ammunition.
It's also silenced, which
It,
doesn't matter
it is
anymore.
silenced. Yeah.
It doesn't
Doesn't
matter
matter.
anymore, but you know.
But yeah.
And all the rage of everything, you just hear.
What was that? Eyeball explodes.
Brain matter somewhere.
Yeah.
While she's doing that, do you want me to look around for anything while this is going on? Are we killing him first?
Oh!
Ah,
That's
Yes.
weird. No, it's
Hmm.
not dexterity firearms. It's composure firearms.
well, then let me re-roll that shit.
Really?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I see
The
where they're
other
going
one?
with it.
Hang on, let's see. The system includes... In a standard gun blazing battle, combatants test composure plus firearms, but a sniper shot might use resolve. In a high
Why wouldn't
midnight
it
showdown,
be
might
dexterity to
dexterity
aim?
and firearms.
I mean, I could see composure because you're trying to keep still.
you're trying to keep still in the middle of a firefight. I understand
enough-
where they're going with.
So,
Huh?
yeah, dexterity could be more like,
I feel like if you're doing like a premeditated murder, it'd be dexterity.
The way it's described here, dexterity would be like if you think classic gunfighters draw, that's dex.
Yeah.
In a chaotic
Huh.
fight, it's composure.
Mhm.
Something
Okay.
like a sniper at a distance is resolve.
Well, I rolled Dex for that
Yeah,
shot.
we're not going to go back and redo it.
Okay.
That is just
my
odd.
first one was with the dexterity,
yeah.
my second one was with the composure.
Okay.
See, I thought it was Dex, but that
It in previous versions it was.
might have been why.
That's
'Cause that's the thing is like even like the suggested thing for like someone who's skilled with firearms, it said Dex.
yeah. There's
I mean,
a
we
lot
can
of
always
little stuff in this
home roll it.
version that I'm kind of like, where were you trying to go with this?
We could
Yeah.
always home rule it. You could
Yeah,
choose
could
dex or
home rule it.
composure.
I think we're going to. I think we're just going to go with Dex for the most part.
Okay.
In something that's super chaotic, like a huge gun battle, I might say composure, but
Yeah. I was about to say like I know for me, I was thinking like, composure for like taking the time to like aim for a specific mark kind of a thing, but just general aiming would
and this
probably
isn't
be
like
dexterity.
this isn't like the fight just sprung up around you by surprise. You were sitting here waiting on it.
It's premeditated.
Yeah.
Like,
It's true.
So anyway, so 2. We'll go with that original roll then. So you got a 2.
Mm.
But it's not telling me what difficulty.
I mean, she's right up on it. It's a big old mamma jamma.
Yep.
I think you get bonuses for the gun anyway. For a pistol.
Yeah, I think the light pistol gives you a +1.
Yeah. So 3.
Okay, he's got to roll something as well though.
Mm.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's right. This isn't a surprise shot anymore.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
wear.
It is aware when it was suddenly lit on fire and then had half of its rib cage punched out.
And
Yes.
then
All right, so he needs to roll dexterity, athletics. So he's got a dexterity of that. Athletics of this. Oh, and he's in war form. What does that do for his physical stats?
oh,
Plus
probably
3.
a lot.
+3 to all physical stats in his war form.
It's not.
I said I've played vampires a lot.
That's a lot of dice. That seems like an unhealthy amount of dice.
If you ever want to play a combat heavy variant of World of Darkness, you play werewolves. That's what they're about.
I have the old World of Darkness combat book, which is where they took all the rules from Street Fighter RPG that they did and
Yep.
converted it to World of Darkness. I've never
I
used
would.
it.
If Samuel dies, even if this is Vampire World of Darkness, I would still love to play a werewolf. Just like a cast out werewolf.
Okay, so 5 successes to your 2. So yes, you do not
Kind of
get
figured that. Kind of figured that.
He moves like a vampire with celerity moves. It is quick, frighteningly quick to be something so big. Then it's his turn.
Yep.
That's okay. He's not really paying you much attention.
Yeah.
He really isn't.
I'll just say, Blackjack, be glad you have fortitude, by the way. That's
I
all
know.
I'm gonna say.
I know.
Because werewolves do extra damage to vampires.
All right, let's see now. Let's see. It's level 2.
It's like in her head, like, how long does it take people to drive here?
right, Blackjack, give me a dexterity athletics for your dodge.
Dexterity athletics.
I believe that's what I believe. Let's see. Yeah, because that's what he just rolled. Yeah.
Okay.
And he will roll his strength plus his war form plus his brawl.
Do I get any bonuses to this because of fortitude?
Check your individual powers.
Let's see. The vampire can add fortitude rated to the health total. No. The vampire can subtract fortitude
melee.
rating from all superficial damage. Probably not.
Werewolves do superficial damage still.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Okay.
gangrel. It's like the claws of a gangrel, though. They do superficial, but you don't half it like you do most superficial.
So, okay, so that's just damage sustained. So this is just
Right.
trying to avoid. So, okay.
Yeah. You're just trying to get out of the way.
This is my worst stats in combat.
Your
Things to
your
move
DPS,
XP.
not the tank.
2 successes. I didn't crit. I just 2 successes.
All right. Okay.
I'm actually still rolling dice.
Well, you're lucky. It was only one of the team. Only one of them came up as tens. But he has a total of 6 successes.
Okay.
Minus your 2, so that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have 1 for the baseline hit, so that's 4 extras.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's
And then
see.
it subtracts 2 for being, because I have 2 in fortitude.
And you have the toughness or whatever it is.
I have 2 in fortitude, and then I have the fortitude thing. Toughness, yeah.
All right, so that's 2. He hits, and that's 2 extra successes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now where is it telling me how much their damage their claws do?
Tabletop RPGs, folks. When you want to practice your word problems.
Non-half superficial damage plus 3 damage modifier.
Plus 3, okay. Ah, there it is. I see it. All right, so you take 5 superficial. That is not halved.
Ooh. So that's before I take off for my.
No, that's
Fortitude?
after.
That's
That is
after.
That is what you
Okay.
actually take.
So
Okay.
werewolves are terrifying in battle.
Let's see. Does celerity give you extra attacks? Or did they get rid of that in this one?
I think they got rid of it.
Because it was like way super overpowered previously.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but he could have used his celerity in his defensive roll earlier, so I didn't roll enough dice. Duly noted. So yeah. He comes down, he claws the crap out of you.
Alright, but I'm still up.
And then it is
Either
Let's see.
my
oh, now
or
it's either Blackjack or Samuel. Y'all can decide who goes first.
Blackjack, he's the more combat-heavy person of the two of us.
yeah, Blackjack's gonna go for Blackjack's aiming for the face this time with the punch, and then
Okay.
he's gonna duck back so that Samuel can do his thing.
Face, where all the teeth are.
Mm,
Right. Plus 2 for my potence. Wow!
Oh,
Wow.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, rerolling.
So okay, yeah, reroll up to 3 dice.
Able to reroll again.
Yes,
you
but
can
only
only do
up
it
to yeah. Well, actually, Can
'Cause
you
I,
only
have, I still have 3 more empty normal die.
All right, go ahead and roll it again.
Yeah.
Just be sure to be checking off the willpower
I
as
am.
you're doing it.
That's 3
3
successes.
successes.
All right, 3 successes. And I was mistaken. The celerity, he can add that to the dexterity athletics rolls in non-combat situations.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 3 dex, 3 for wolf form, or for war form rather, and his athletics.
There is a fiery desperation in Blackjack's demeanor.
1 success, 2
Mhm.
success, 3 success, 4 success, 5 successes.
Nope. Misses. I go for an uppercut, and he just kind of pulls back.
Now it's Samuel's go.
And then, as he pulls back, I pull back.
Okay. So I have a clear line of sight, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. He's not looking at me, so I can't dominate. So,
Face full of fire.
I'm going to.
Can't be looking at me if I burn his eyeballs out.
Okay, I'm going to take 1 point of hunger, but I'm going to add a point to my dexterity
Okay.
by rousing my blood, and then I'm going to shoot the dragon round. Critical success.
That's 2
Nice.
of them. Oh, it's only in. It's not.
No, it's
It's
yeah,
a
it's
crit.
2 of them in normal successes as well.
All right, so that is. Let's see. So that's 1, 2,
I think that's 7 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So-
7 successes.
So 10 total for the shotgun.
Well, it's 7 successes to hit him.
That's true. Yeah, 7 successes a hit, and then a +3 to the damage, which is aggravated.
All right,
And he
1
also-
success, 2 successes, 3
Does the
successes,
Dragonfire round stack?
4
or just-
successes.
It's fire damage.
What does it stack?
As long as he's on,
Okay.
that'd be up to the DM, I think.
He wouldn't take any extra damage for the on fire because he's just still on fire.
Okay,
Okay.
fair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I was like,
7.
let
All
him
right, so
count-
7
let him count the dice.
successes.
Tied.
Yeah.
All right, so
Meets it, maybe?
That wouldn't do anything in the context of vampire.
Oh, yeah, good point.
we'll let the basically it'll be no it'll just be the bonus damage from the dice. You know,
Okay.
technically maybe you're supposed to have missed here, but we're
Well, it,
We're
it
right
was
at
a
9, so we
critical
have-
success.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
right at 9, so we don't have a lot of time.
That's true.
So that's 3 aggravated. This is not the first physical damage he's taken this round, so he takes it all.
Yep.
And he goes down because he only had 1 health level left. So yeah, the fire just hits him full on the face. He hits the ground. Most of the snout's gone. You played werewolf more than me. Help me remember. Do werewolves start reverting back to their human form, or their,
Once they're
whatever their native form is?
once they die, they do shift out of their war form, if I'm remembering correctly.
Right.
Well, while this is happening, Jolene's going to pick up the door and try to put it back if it's all in one piece still.
It is not. It's less that he walked up and popped it off, and more that he grabbed it, tore it in half as he went through.
If
Was there a screen door?
There was.
There.
if he's like down still, I'm just gonna, or if he's like down, in like just the last bits of adrenaline, I'm just gonna go to.
The body is
The,
shrinking and getting
Yeah.
smaller and less hairy as you're pounding on it.
I mean, we should.
By the end of it, you're sitting there and you've got a human body under you that's been turned to mush.
Could have maybe identified. I'm
Uh,
gonna.
what's your
go over
humanity,
here.
Deca?
8.
take a stain as you look down at what you've just done to this now human body
Absolutely.
for absolutely no reason.
Jolene's gonna go over and kind of make sure the gentleman that has been there in the corner, probably pissing himself, doesn't move.
I'm
He
walking
is
up.
still sitting there clicking on his pistol.
Jolene will try and take it out of his hand.
It takes some wrestling.
Kneels down in front of him. Hey, how you doing there? You all right?
Is it gone?
Let's move you out of this room. Let's move you out of this room. And walks him like to the kitchen or something.
Okay. Well, he was in the kitchen. The kitchen connects to the living room. He was in the back corner of the kitchen.
Yeah. Moves him, and like throws her phone at Samuel. I sent a note to our buddy. If he calls,
Got it.
About that time, Samuel, back behind you where the door is, you hear, "Holy crap! You guys don't play."
is it the Scourge?
I passed this
Come over
person
to
and just
Scourge.
kind of like,
I was like, please tell me it's the Scourge.
No, it's one of the. It's a Nosferatu. You're assuming it must be
Okay.
one of the deputies that was
All
posted
right.
in the area.
Hoping it was a Scourge. I love the Scourge.
Yeah.
Well, you see the one talking, and then you see another one kind of behind him. It's like we were coming in to back you up, but jeez.
I walked past them as they walk in. So I would have gone.
You're covered in gore. They get out of your way. You're clawed up.
Good.
Your hands are just covered in gore. Yeah.
Maybe you should be going outside.
He's in the midst of a.
Maybe you should go to the
Rage.
backyard, sort of like right by the street.
He'll look to the Nosferatu, just like, we do have a kind that witnessed the battle.
Okay, that's bad. Oh wait, but werewolves freak him out, or lupines freak him out, so he may not remember anything when it's over. I'll make sure the sheriff knows. Jolene, you were escorting him down the hall to one of the other rooms, or
Just gonna put him down somewhere, maybe like as walking by the fridge, grab like a bottle of water or something. That dog got in here and just latched into y'all. You okay?
yeah, that was
Big old sucker.
that was a big ass dog. Yeah, that's what it was.
Do
Do they have wolves around here?
It might have been a dog. It might have been a bear. That thing was fucking huge. We were coming back from where we dropped the truck off, trying to walk back, and we saw it just bust through your door. Y'all okay?
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's just sit here for a second. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get y'all alright. It's gonna be okay.
And before y'all start hearing the sirens, because clearly, where you wrecked the neighbor may have wrecked the neighbor's phone
Well,
line.
we didn't.
There's
There's plenty of others.
there's other people
Yeah.
in the neighborhood.
I would hear all that shit.
So we're gonna cut here because we're just past 9:00.
Yeah.
We'll start up next week with the wrap up of this scene and
Werewolves don't play.
no.
neither does Blackjack.
That
Although-
fight could have gone very poorly for Blackjack had he not gotten that devastating crit the first shot.
Yeah. I'll say, in the world of darkness, werewolves are the de facto powerhouses of combat.
Yeah, there's tougher stuff out there, but it tends to be very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare for anything to be able to overpower a werewolf.
One-on-one, the bears can do it. Some of the
Yeah.
buffalo. But that's neither here nor there. And that's really nothing your characters would know anything about.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna wrap. Did you mark your stain, Deca?
I did.
Okay. Since we're stopping kind of mid-scene, just hang on to that
Well,
stain
after
and we'll
the
resolve it at the
yeah.
end of the next session.
Okay.
Okay.
At the end of next session or at the end of the next scene? Or next week at the end of the scene?
Might be at the end of the scene.
Yeah.
It'll depend on how much time we've got.
It'll be a little weird, yeah.
You know,
Um,
if we jump time or anything.
the roll for stains is basically it's when you go to sleep,
Okay.
Okay, that
okay.
makes sense.
and
That
then
makes sense.
then you make the remorse roll for whatever happened that night, and if you fail, then you lose that point of humanity that got stained.
All right, so everybody,
Keep that in mind.
everybody gets standard XP.
What is standard?
You mean we don't get bonus for killing a werewolf?
No, it's just that's just a night that's just that's just a Wednesday for y'all. Now,
It really
like-
is.
The werewolves.
well then, we'd have to talk.
If our group of 3 killed off 2 werewolves, I'd be damn impressed.
I'd have to hit another crit.
Well, and you probably have to be able to catch them both by surprise.
Absolutely. 2 werewolves.
So anyway, in the midst of all this carnage, where we will leave our, well, not our brave heroes, but our,
Intrepid vampire.
undead kindred,
Mm,
be back with us tomorrow. Should be Monster of the Week, run by V. Thursday should be Descent into Avernus by Maddie. Then we're done for the weekend, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Back here on Monday for... Oh, we're not having an escort this Monday?
I don't believe we are. Isn't he having...
I don't think we are, because I believe he's having surgery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then we wish Kappa good surgery.
Yes, a quick recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Though as far as I know, next Tuesday we will be back here with more Valley by Night. I guess that's all, because I don't have another Icons game coming up that I could pimp out.
Your Icons game end already?
Well, we do it every other week.
Okay.
And it wound up, I had a couple of my players couldn't make it this past one, so we wound up skipping anyway. Very disappointing. But I've only got four players, so when 2 of them can't make it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we will see y'all next week. Hope everybody watching at home enjoyed it. I know I had fun. Based on on their reactions, I'm thinking my players did. And we will see you next time.
See you tomorrow.